Hello everyone, welcome on in. I'm not a PNG today. Yes. I don't know why that sidetracked me so hard from the rest of the thoughts I could possibly have. Wow. Just pointing out that I'm not a PNG? Come on, brain. Well, so much for being more functional than normal. Functional enough to be fine with extra light on my face. That counts for something, right? Eh. But anyways, last time we finished Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was full of notable scenes, like hand me a sandwich, and being stuck in a bathroom. The piss scene that totally didn't happen, And now we are going on to Chapter 3, and I think it's either the day of or the day before the matching up with the next new generation madness killing. So I'm expecting another grotesque murder scene to happen soon, TM. And also the title of the chapter involves the school festival, so maybe fun things will happen at the festival. Maybe horrible things will happen at the festival. Knowing this game, very likely horrible things will happen during the festival. How horrible? We'll find out as soon as I hit continue and load the game. School festival! Yippee! Who doesn't love a classic school festival? October 9th, 2015, Friday. Did I say 2015? What is wrong with me? This is literally the first thing that I'm reading, and it's just the date and I'm messing up. I think I'm cooked, chat. No. My investigations have revealed that it is safe to assume that these cases are a recreation of the new generation madness. H and H as opposed to H&M, that's kind of funny. But did you know that there was another video that noticed the same thing as I did, at almost the exact same time? That's right. The video from the newspaper club at Heihekiho Academy in Shibuya. It makes me extremely happy to see that there are young people growing up who want to be journalists like me. He kinda ugly. I didn't expect much from an internet journalist, but he kinda ugly. I do like his suit though. He gets points for the suit. If you weren't already in the know, the Restoration Festival is coming up real soon. It'll be a nice way for us to celebrate a recovery from that terrible event. As the celebration draws near, I've learned that there's going to be a school festival held tomorrow at Heihekiho Academy. Yes, that's right. You, my listeners, are very clever, so I'm sure you've already guessed. I'll be going to the Culture Festival to interview the newspaper club. Whole point. I want to hear what it is to be an aspiring journalist these days. And of course, I'm very excited to learn all about how they managed to get their hands on the same information that I did, and how they reached the same hidden secret behind the cases as me. This interview may bring us even closer to finding the person behind these deaths. The pursuit of truth is the one true duty of any journalist. And that's all for today's broadcast. What will we learn during tomorrow's interview? And what is the truth behind all these cases? Don't miss it! Today's news with Watabe Tomoaki. Good job! The one true duty of any journalist. No, it's nothing. I don't trust this fucker anymore. Like, I didn't particularly trust him before, but like all trust that I could have potentially had, all that potential trust, gone. No. Okay. Anyway, look at this. Today's views are a new record. A lot of people are watching us, I guess. Of course they are. Because it's me. Ah, he's a narcissist. Huh?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nice, Seed. Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's broadcast. Leave it to me. Tomorrow's going to get even better numbers. Oh boy. What could go wrong? And I'm going to be the one that brings them. Uh-huh. Normal things to say. Ding dong bing bong. Mood. Takeru out here suffering, just like me, for real, for real. He must be carrying something. Wow, I'm tired. I put the cardboard box I was carrying down on the desk. Finally, I was able to relax. Compared to the physical therapy I'd done after my coma, this was nothing. But my arms and legs were sore. Why do we have to help the student council anyway? Obviously, it's because we're the reason they're having trouble. Yeah, that's fair. Ito was standing next to the windowsill. Not there, where the warm sunlight was pouring in. He looked comfortable. He sounds like a cat. Just in the sunlight, sunbathing. There's no one in the room but me and him. This is going too far. Is it now? I've been running around all day carrying one thing or another. Everyone, myself most of all, knew that I wasn't cut out for physical labor. And what's more... How the hell could he be playing with his smartphone when I was working so hard? Man, Ito's slacking off. Not surprising at all, actually. After I complained, he said, "Hey, you're the one who said you didn't want to deal with the clubs that had complaints." With just one day left until the festival, all the clubs had complaints and demands to make of the student council. That makes sense. They'd asked for someone who could listen to them and relay them to the student council, and decided there was no way I could do that, so I left it to Ito. Anyway, did you see this? Ito showed me his phone, which he'd been playing with. Get one volume of hit manga series for free, up to 50% points back. Multiple full series collections also on sale. Wow. A kitty full adventure. Kitty Kitty Panic. New breeds all the time. I want to play Kitty Kitty Panic. What's that? Watabe just uploaded it. He was saying a bunch of stuff about tomorrow.
Huh?
Just like Ito said, the phone was playing a video that had gone up in the last half hour. Look at these view numbers. Like, he's getting more and more with every broadcast. Maybe we can count on good things tomorrow. Good things, huh? What kind of reaction is that? You're looking forward to tomorrow too, aren't you? I won't deny that I got a little excited when I'd heard about tomorrow's interview. However,
やっぱり
I just
いい
got
よう
the
に利
feeling
用さ
he's
れている
using
だけの気
us.
がするんだよな。そもそもあの情報
We're the
自
first
体
ones to upload
僕
our
たちの
video,
方が早く
and it's
配
actually
信
like
して
we
たんだ
did it
ぞ
at the same time.
それを渡部はいかにも同じタイミングだったみたいに扱ってる。
It was a common media trick to suggest things that weren't true without actually lying.
自分の方が
So
後
he
出
was
しだっ
trying
た
to
って
make
こ
people
とを
forget
う
that
や
he
む
was
や
the
にしよ
second
うと
to
してるってわ
upload.
けか？
ああ、
Yeah. And also felt like he was trying to use all the flame wars to up his view counts.
仮にそうだ
If
とし
that's
た
the
ら
case, what do
ど
we
うす
do
るんだ
about
よ
tomorrow's
明日のインタ
interview?
ビュー。
Eat him. No, maybe not.
別に普通に受けるよ。
Let me just answer the
それが学
questions.
校側からの
And that
条
was the
件なんだ
school's
から。
condition. No. Honestly, I'd like to shoot him down and show him up as a liar.
けど
But the second I started to get a little excited, the mark left on my cheek after Kawahara-kun hit me started to ache. For now, I needed to focus on helping the student council, not the case.
あれ
Huh?
そういえば
Come
川
to
原君
think
は
of it, where's Kawahara-kun?
あ
Huh?
Oh,
Oh, what was it? You know,
校庭にあっただろ。
that big wind chime
風鈴だかなん
decoration
だ
or
か飾る
whatever
やつ。
that they're putting in the courtyard.
ああ
No,
願
the
い
one
事が
about
どうとか
wishes.
言う。
One of the classes was doing something about the Shibuya earthquake. And they'd said that they were making an area where you would write your wish on a sheet of paper that would be tied to a wind chime. You've been told to submit something, but I hadn't. But to be honest, I didn't really like stuff like that.
あれの設
And
置
he
で
just said
走
he
り回
was
ってる
running
って
around
さっき
setting it up.
あ
Right on cue? Right on cue. Speak of the devil. Kawahara-kun frowned a little when he saw me. Yeah, that's fair. He started to open his mouth but closed it, glanced at Ito, and then sighed. Something in him deciding to just give up. Honestly fair.
終わったのか。
Are you done?
え
Huh? Kawahara-kun was looking at the box I've been carrying.
あ
Oh,
はい。
yes.
じゃあ
And then
次は
take
受
these
付にパン
pamphlets
フ
to the
運んで
front
くれ。
desk next. The blah blah blah.
パ
But
パンフレットで
pamphlets,
す
right.
ね。
Got it.
わかりました。
いってらっしゃい。
Bye. I glared at Ito, then picked up the box of the pamphlets and went to leave the student council room. Kawahara-kun's looking real sad. Kawahara-kun was still frowning at me. That's strange. I was sure he'd say something about Kurisu, or at least insult me. Maybe he's had a change of heart. Probably not. After I finished carrying the pamphlets, I went to buy a drink from the vending machine. If I didn't get some caffeine from a Mountain View, I wasn't going to be able to move for much longer. Oh, Takaru and his Mountain View.
Huh?
Someone was tugging at the hem of my uniform. I quickly turned around.
あ
No,
はい。なんでしょ
yes.
う
What is it? Ah. Kazuki.
で、カズキ
No,
か。
it's just you,
脅かす
Kazuki.
なよ。
Don't scare me like that. She'd been sent to help with her class's display, which was just about finished up.
クラスの仕事終わった
Did you
のか
finish what you were doing?
だったら
And
生
then
徒
help
会
me
の
out
方の
with the
手伝いを
student
頼んで。
council. Kazuki tugged even harder at my uniform.
いや、
No.
だから生
And
徒
I
会の
need you
手
to
伝い
help
を。
with.
もしか
Are
し
you
て
telling me
つ
to
いて
follow
こいっ
you?
て言ってるのか。
Okay, understood. She nodded. Uh-oh. Delusion time. Her expression hadn't changed, but it seemed like she was having some kind of trouble. What was going on? Did she want me to help with something? I needed to get back to the student council room. But it was incredibly rare for Kazuki to actually come to me for help. It wouldn't be right to just ignore her. Trigger on.
わかったよ。
Fine,
しょうが
I'll
ない
help
から
you.
ついてってやる。
I guess I don't have a choice. No way. Did Kazuki just grin? That was something you almost never saw. So, where are we going? I faintly hoped that something incredible was about to happen. She took me up to the roof of the school. What was she going to do here? Uh-huh.
Eh?
Huh? Uh-huh. Kazuki laughed? I mean, what was with that laugh?
どうしたんだ、
What's wrong,
Kazuki?
Kazuki? My name is not Kazuki. What's going on, man? Hey, Skullbook, you're just in time for our first negative delusion. I don't know what's going on. Her voice sounded like the filters they used to disguise someone's voice when they were on TV. We are aliens.
何よ。
What? We? Kazuki was the only one here. If you're on a 3-stream streak, that means you missed Wednesday? I could have sworn you popped in during art stream, though. I guess not. I guess you're on campus, so... Of course, it would be rude to point that out. I tried to figure out what the most likely explanation was for Kazuki's sudden change. Were they doing a play? Maybe it was practice for a play. What if her class was doing a play with aliens in it? And so she'd come to me for help practicing because I was in her club. Maybe I should play along then. We are about to summon a UFO.
UFO
A UFO?
だって。
Wait, did she just call it a UFO? How did that work? Yeah, wouldn't it be a identified flying object if she knows what it is? Hi, room guy. No worries about being late. Like I've said before, you can always watch the Vods to catch up on what you've missed. There's no rush to be here on time, and no biggie if you miss streams. You know, you popped in on Wednesday specifically to maintain the streak. Were you in here for less than 5 minutes, though? Because you do have to be in stream for like 5 minutes for it to actually count to your streak. I don't remember if I read this. I'll reread it after drinking some Red Bull. That you don't remember because you were sleepy Wednesday. That's fair. You might have not been in here for the full 5 minutes for it to count to your streak, then. How did that work? UFO means unidentified flying objects. Okay, I need to stop sharing the brain cell with the writers. In live streams you don't want to miss other Mori ones. That's fair. And even then, if you miss one, it's not that big of a deal because you can always watch the VOD to catch up what you missed. Though I do understand that it's not the same as watching a stream live. Just don't feel pressured to, I guess, is my point. It's always a pleasure to have you here, no matter how long you're here, how short it is, even if you just pop in. It was her own ship, but she hadn't bothered to identify it. Do not think you can escape. We're going to kidnap you and cattle mutilate you. Cattle mutilate? What is it? Do I want to know what that means?
エイリアンアブダク
No,
シ
wait.
ョンのこと
Is this an alien abduction thing? Kazuki tilted her head a little and walked up to me, expressionlessly. Cattle mutilation. The next thing I knew, Kazuki's finger had transformed into a sharp blade, which he rammed into my chest. It was unreal, like something from a manga. But the pain that flooded my body via my nervous system told me that this was in fact really happening. I tried to run, but it was too late. You will suck out all of your blood. Uh-huh. For some reason, the pain was gone. It actually felt sort of good. I started to pass out. I looked down at my hand and saw that my veins had turned black and purple and were poking out of my skin. Yikes. Your blood is mixing with my own, inside my body. You did not like that sound. Understandable, have a nice day. It's so delicious. So delicious. More. More. Uh-huh. What was the sensation? It felt so good. It was like falling asleep inside a warm futon when you were very tired. My whole body felt tired, but it was a good kind of tired. I closed my eyes, hoping that this feeling would last forever. Little by little, I stopped being able to feel my body. And at the same time, I felt free, as if I was floating through the sky. Good night, senpai. And then I passed out. Uh-huh. Does some part of me think that Kazuki was an alien or something? Maybe. You hope the voice actor who voiced that sound got paid double. Fair. I mean, he is the lead role, so he probably did get paid the most out of the rest of the voice actors in this. And that even surprised me. Or that surprised even me. I can read words. And come to think of it, why were there lots of reports of alien abduction in America and almost none in Japan? That's a good question, actually. Makes me wonder how it compares to the rest of the world in general. Was it some kind of cultural difference? Most likely. Most likely. Maybe aliens played the same role in American culture that traditional Japanese monsters and ghosts, like yokai, played in ours. I mean, given that you can get spirited away, probably. I felt like I should give a lecture to someone about this. As I considered this, I arrived at the courtyard. Kazuki stopped in front of some large object with a vinyl covering on top of it. What was this thing? Kazuki stared at it for a moment, and then pointed at it.
もしかしてこ
Do
れ
you
を
have to
運ば
carry
なきゃ
this
な
or
らないと
something?
か
I see. She nodded, but what was this thing anyway? She took a piece of paper out of her pocket and looked like some kind of handmade flyer. Oh boy, let's build a gun barrel. In bright colors and big letters it said, Class 1A, let's build a gun barrel project. Oh, gun barrel. Fictional, short for Mobile Battler Gun Barrel, a 3-part anime series that aired from 2012 to 2015. The show features a total of 155 episodes. The program took a unique approach to marketing, broadcasting in 110 countries before releasing in Japan, causing a boom to occur in those countries far before it did in Japan. It was created to target the teenage male demographic, with toys and other merchandise produced for it just like any other mecha anime. However, the Egyptian mythology motif behind its story and impressive CGI battles made it popular enough to receive a movie adaptation. Despite this, the final episode of the 3rd season was recently inexplicably cancelled in a very controversial move even among the show's biggest fans. The story is about Dodo Genki, a 14-year-old boy who pilots a martial arts robot known as a trooper. A global-scale epic unfolds around him, spanning the past, present, and future. The Season 1 theme song was sung by a gothic punk band known as Phantasm, which had a fairly large cult following at the time. Cattle mutilation is the killing and mutilation of cattle under supposedly usually bloodless circumstances. That explains it being used in the delusion. Anyways. Have fun screaming in a pillow, Skullbloke? I missed when you sent that. I'm gonna fail, like in the anime. Just not because of Phantasm. I mean, Phantasm is everywhere. Plus, we already knew that information from robotics notes. Still. Gun Barrel was an anime that started back when I was in middle school. While most anime these days only lasted 3 to 6 months, Gun Barrel had been on forever. In fact, it had just ended the other day. And some idiot had decided to cancel it just before the last episode could air. This had caused a huge uproar. All this made Gun Barrel a truly legendary anime. Is this your class's display? I see. And they must have been attempting to make a model of the robot from the anime. And so they made all the parts in the courtyard, and now they had to get them to their classroom. And why do you have to carry this by yourself? Where's the rest of the class? I followed Kazuki's gaze over to the entrance, and saw students in pairs happily carrying large objects covered in sheets. I see. I'm sorry not having any friends, huh? Yeah, deserved. No, you deserved that, Takeru. Don't kick me in the shin. You 100% deserved that. And if you're gonna kick me in the shin, don't do it so hard. No, do it harder. You're so right, Kazuki. I have friends. My friends just happen to be absent today. I'm sorry, my mistake. I decided to play along. So, what do you want me to do? You want me to help you carry it? But isn't this really heavy? But that's why she's asking for help, you nitwit. Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. Fine. Normally I would have found some way to get out of it, but I could have seen one of the culture festivals to succeed. I didn't have a choice. I reached down to grab the object under the sheet.
よし
Okay.
そっち回って
Go over on that side.
そ
Yeah.
う
Well,
いっ
that's on
せー
3.
の
Okay.
で持ち上げるぞ行くぞ
Here we go.
いっせ
1,
ー
2,
の
3. Why am I afflicted with sneeze? I didn't ask for this.
おい
Hey,
お前リズム
do
感
you
な
have
いの
no
か
sense of rhythm at
完
all?
全にずれて
You're
るぞ
completely off.
遅い
We weren't in sync at all. She would lift up a moment or two after I did. Because of that, we almost dropped it to the ground.
僕が悪いみたいな顔するなよ
Let's do
もう
it
一回
again.
やるぞいっせー今度は
That
早
was too early.
もういい
That's enough of
和
this.
樹に僕
I'll
は合わ
match
せ
you,
るから
so
とにかく
just
持
lift
ち上げ
it.
ろ
And she started to lift. I did too. We staggered, but managed to keep it steady.
よし
Okay,
それじ
let's
ゃ
get moving
このま
then.
ま運ぼう
We slowly headed toward Kazuki's classroom, counting 1, 2, 1, 2, to keep ourselves in unison. No, of course, I was the only one who actually spoke.
そこんとこ角
Missed
に
a
なって
corner
るからな
there. Be careful.
気をつけろよ
We made it to the stairs. This is where things got hard.
先に登っ
And you
て
go up first.
そう
Yeah,
そう
like that.
そのままゆっくり
Slowly,
ゆっ
slowly.
くり
Don't trip.
踏み
Make
外
sure
す
you
な
don't trip.
踏み外すんじゃないぞ
But making Kazuki go up first so that I could hold on to it from the bottom was a mistake.
あおい
Hey! Even after all my warnings, Kazuki slipped and...
あーうわー
Damn it, I told you not to trip. You were just lucky we hadn't climbed up that much.
大丈夫かカズ
You
キ
okay, Kazuki? Oh my. The situation is... Time for delusion number 2. Something you see all the time in the anime, isn't it? These sounds sound like nothing like the text describes the sounds. I mean, it is localized, so there is that. Unfortunately, the sounds that are made in Japanese don't necessarily quite match how it would be if it was, like, dubbed or otherwise localized completely from scratch for English, so that's probably the main point of the discrepancy. Anyway, I need to do something about this. Kazuki's so light, though. Well, she isn't very tall, but she has a pretty good body, so actually... Wait, what am I thinking? What if someone comes by and sees us? This girl's hopeless. Better do something quick. But part of me wants to enjoy the sensation a little more. Oh boy.
監視されているの。
We're being watched. Huh? Her voice was so soft, I could barely hear it. If I hadn't been directly under her, I wouldn't have been able to hear it at all.
私は
I'm being
監視されてい
watched
ます。
24 hours a day. When
24
I'm
時
at
間
school,
ずっと
when
で
I'm
す。
walking home, when I'm
学
at
校にい
home,
る時も
when I'm
通
playing
学
my
途中も
games.
家
I
に
can
いる
always
時
feel
も
them watching
ゲー
me.
ムをしている時も監視の目を感じるんです。
Oh yeah, no, definitely all the sounds are silly, but that's the point.
彼らは巧
They
妙に
hide
姿を
themselves very
隠しているん
cleverly.
ですよ。
They're not
実際
actually
には
hiding,
隠していな
but
いの
they
で
hide
すが、
themselves by not
隠さな
hiding.
いことで逆に紛れているんです。
Uh-huh.
そうしてた
And
まに
sometimes they make
私に
contact
接
with me.
触してきま
And that's
す。
their way of warning
それ
me.
は
Warning
彼ら
me
な
that
り
they're
の警
watching.
告です。
You see?
お前を監視しているぞと私に教えているんですね。
What a frame to come back to indeed, Granny. What did you miss? You missed our first delusion, which was a time TM, and now we're at our second delusion. But this shot was from before the delusion started. Tripped while carrying stuff upstairs together. Team lift gone wrong. Not clickbait. And then I realized it wasn't that Kazuki wasn't talking. It was simply that no one had ever heard her.
今日は
On
学
the
校
way
に
to
来る途
school
中で
today,
サラリ
I
ーマ
ran
ンの
into
男
a
の人
man
と
in a
ぶ
suit
つかりま
and
した。
spilled my bag on the ground.
私は
He
カ
apologized
バ
to
ンの
help me
中身
pick
をぶち
everything
まけ
up.
てしまいました。その人も
He was
彼
one
ら
of the
の仲
ones
間
who
であ
are
り、
watching me.
私を
I'm sure
監
of
視し
it.
ている一人です。
They're all over town.
間違いない
And
で
they
す。
watch me. But they
街
make it
の
look
あち
like
こち
they
にいるんで
aren't.
す。そうやって何気なく私を見張っている人は他にもたくさんいます。
Describe the sound issue? Could the shot change, please? You don't want to see this in your face. Hopefully it won't be too long, but... What do you mean you can hear me IRL but not on stream? You should be able to hear me. Can anyone else confirm whether or not they can hear me? Either on YouTube or Twitch. Because everything looks fine on OBS, so I don't know what to say. Thank you, Room Guy, for confirming that you can hear me. No one else on Twitch has confirmed whether or not they can hear me, so let me ask them. It might be an issue on Twitch for whatever reason. It would be weird if it's just a Twitch issue, though. I wouldn't even know how to resolve that, too. The way multi-streaming is based off of what I'm outputting to Twitch, though, so, like, if you can hear me, they should be able to hear me. Unless they can't hear stream at all. It was a hardware issue, okay. You can disregard my last set message, then. What happened? Would you like to share with the last skull bloke? In the meantime, let's continue reading through this. I'll reread this just because I don't remember if I read it. He was one of the ones who are watching me, I'm sure of it. They're all over town. They watch me, but they make it look like they aren't.
家には
I haven't looked,
調べて
but
はい
there are
ませんが、
probably more than
盗聴
10
器が
listening
おそらく
devices in my home.
10個以上は仕
Do
掛
you
け
know
られ
why
て
I
いるで
haven't
しょうね。
checked? Because if I
なぜ
check,
調べない
then
の
I'll
かといえば、
notice.
調べると彼らに気づかれるからです。 もし私が
If they
盗聴
realize
器の
that I
存
know
在
about
に
the
気づいてい
bugs,
ること
they'll
が
take more
知
direct
られた
action,
ら、
you know?
彼
So
ら
all
は
I
も
can
っ
do is
と
pretend
直
I
接
don't
的な行動
notice.
に出てくるでしょう。だから家の前の駐
There's
車場に
always
は
this white
い
van on
つ
the
も
parking lot
怪しい
outside
白い
my
ワゴンが止まっ
house.
ています。
It's there every
その
single
車は
day.
本当
Every
に
single
毎
day.
日毎日ずっとそこに止まっているんです。一度
And once I
人
saw
が乗
someone
っているのを
inside
見
it,
ました。
he was sitting
エ
in
ン
the
ジンをかけ
passenger
ずに
seat,
助手席
and
に
the
座って
engine
いまし
wasn't
た。
running.
運
There
転
was no one on
席
the
は
driver's
空っ
seat.
ぽでした。
I think he was
盗
listening
聴
to
器が
what the
拾う
bugs
音を
picked up.
聞いていたんだと思います。
You're able to hear the game just fine, so that's why you assumed it was a problem with the stream, but turns out you guess your headphone jack just somehow rotated on the external jack. You have it in a way that cut out only some audio. Interesting. Interesting. Honestly, kind of impressive, to be honest. But I'm glad you resolved that.
学校でも
And you watch
常
me
に
at
見張ら
school
れていま
too.
す。今
They've
こ
already
うして
told
先
their
輩と密
superiors
着
that
して
I'm
いる
right
こと
on
も
top of you now.
すでに上に報告されているでしょうね。
Uh-huh.
生徒の中
And
に
there are spies
スパ
among
イが
the
紛れ込んでい
students.
ます。
And not one or two,
しかも
but
一人や
dozens.
二人ではなく
No matter where I go
何
at
十人
school,
という
they're
数で
always
す。
watching me.
私が校内のどこへ行こうとも必ず誰かが私を見ています。例えば
The
私の
college
クラス
son from
の
my
コーチ
class
さん
is a
は
spy,
ス
for
パイです。
example.
以
I
前
ran into
1
her
週
in the
間の間
bathroom
に
8 times in one
トイレ
week.
で8
She
回
was
もいまし
following
た。
me.
私を尾行しているんです。直接
I
大
told
コ
her
ーチさ
that I
ん
knew
に
she was a
あな
spy,
たはス
or
パイで
actually,
しょうと
I
聞いて
yelled
み
at
まし
her,
た。
and then she looked
正しくは
guilty
怒鳴ったん
and
です
ran
が、
away.
そうしたら彼女はしまったという顔をして逃げていきました。宮代先輩
And you're
も
in the same club
私と
as
同
me,
じ部な
so
の
you're
で
being watched
当
too.
然見張られていま
I
す。
have Nono
ノノ先
senpai,
輩や
Serika
セリカ
senpai,
先輩
or
や
Ito
伊藤
senpai
先輩に
act strange at all.
不自然な様子はありませんでしたか？視線を感
Do
じ
you
ま
ever
せん
feel
か？
anyone watching you?
私は
I do.
感じます。
It's usually when
私
I'm
が
playing
部
a
室で
game in
ゲ
the
ームをし
club
ている
room.
時が多いで
I will
す。
speak in whispers,
場
but
合
not
によっ
enough
て
that
は
I can
こ
hear
そこそと
them.
小声で話しているのをわざと私に聞かせてきたりします。そういう時
And when that
私は
happens,
気づ
I
いている
pretend
け
that I
れど
don't
気づいてい
notice.
ないふりをす
And
る
that's
た
how
め
I
に
pound the wall.
壁を殴りま
That's
す。
right.
え
I
え
hear the voices from
隣
the
の
other
部屋
side
の
of the
壁越し
wall.
に声が聞こえてくるんですよ。殴ると
If I
しば
hit
ら
the
くは静
wall,
かにな
they
り
go
ますが、
silent for a
ま
while.
た1時間
But
も
then
しないう
within
ち
the
に
hour, they
ひそ
start
ひそと
again.
話し出すん
It
で
makes
す。
me really mad.
すごくムカつきます。
This is a very elaborate delusion.
彼らは巧
And
妙
they're
に
very
私たちの
clever.
日常
The
生
way
活
they
の中に
infiltrate my
紛れ
daily
込んでい
life.
ます。
If I'm not
よっ
very
ぽど注意し
careful,
ないと
I don't
彼
notice
らの正
them.
体には気づくことができません。でも私
But
は
now
今
that
こ
you've
うして
talked
話
to
した
me,
から、
you'll
もう
notice them
先輩も
too.
気づいてしまった。
And the place is also bugged.
先輩の家も盗
Maybe
聴
there's
されて
hidden
います。
cameras.
もし
There
か
are
したら
spies
隠し
among
カ
the
メラもあ
homeless
るか
in the
も。
park.
あの公園のホームレスの中にもスパイはいます。私のスカー
And
トの
there's a
ポケッ
can
ト
of
の
mace
中
in
に
my
護
pocket that
身
I
用
use
の
for
催涙スプレー
self-defense.
が入っています。
Take it.
それを
But
こっそ
don't
り
let
持
them
って行
see
って
you.
ください。
Use it
い
if
ざ
you
という
have
時
to.
に使うんです。それとも
Or
先輩もスパ
are
イで
you a
すか？
spy as
だと
well?
したらそう言
Then
って
tell
く
me.
ださい。
I don't believe
私
in
は
anyone.
誰も
I
信じ
don't
ま
believe
せ
in
ん。
you either.
先輩のことも
Well,
信じて
aren't
い
you?
ません。どうなんですか？
和樹
Kazuki's
落ち着いて
calm down.
スパイですか？
Are you a spy?
ス
Are you a spy?
なんですか？スパイです
You're
よ
a
ね。
spy, aren't you?
私のこといつも
You're
見
always
てますも
watching
ん
me,
ね。
aren't
気
you?
持ち悪
He
い
makes
で
me
す。や
sick.
めてください。
Stop
誰
it.
か
Someone save me. Someone! She was insane.
お
You're
お前
insane.
どうかしてるよ
Sorry, it's just she's insane to you're insane. Come on. If that was why she didn't talk, that would be horrible. Uh-huh. I'm gonna be able to be friends after that. Oh, come on. No, that probably wasn't the case. Anyway, I couldn't stay like this forever. I needed to stand up before someone saw me.
和樹
Kazuki,
怪我
are
は
you
ないか
hurt?
ほら
Come
じゃあ
on,
立って
stand up.
早いところ
Let's
こ
get
れ持っ
this
てい
over
こう
with. Unfortunately, the gun barrel part wasn't damaged at all. He headed to Kazuki's classroom, being careful not to trip this time.
1の
And
絵
then, was
Koko
this
ka.
it?
うん。
The girl near the entrance saw Kazuki and ran over. She looked like a normal, average girl. Oh, Kazuki,
運んでき
you
てく
brought
れ
it
たん
over.
だ。
I was sure
てっき
you'd
り
back
ばっ
out.
くれたのかと思ってた。あれ？
Huh?
てか、こっちの
Who is
人は？
this?
あ、
No,
いや、 その、
ああ、知っ
oh,
てる。
I know you.
確か
You're with the
新聞部
newspaper
の。
club. You're having an
明
interview
日
with
渡部と
Tabe
対談する
tomorrow.
って。
Huh? How did she know? I mean, Watabe kind of announced it. Ugh.
君
Who
は
are you?
大
Oh, my name is
河内って言い
Sokochi.
ます。
いや、
No,
名
I
前じゃ
didn't
な
mean
く
your
て
name.
知
You
って
know
るんですか
about Watabe?
その、渡部との。
や だ。
Oh, come on.
みんな知ってますよ。
Everyone knows.
噂
There's all
になって
kinds
る
of rumors
し。
going around about it. That surprised me. I thought that only a few people at school would know about a Nikoniya reporter. I had no idea a girl like this, who didn't look like she kept up with the news at all, would know about it. And there were even rumors going around about it.
あの、
Um,
頑張って
good
くだ
luck,
さいね。
okay? I'm looking
楽
forward
しみ
to
にし
it.
てますから。
あ、
Yes.
はい
Th-
あり
Thank you.
がとうございます。
Kazuki ignored the two of us and took the part inside, then silently put it on the floor. No one tried to help her. Damn. But as I went over to her,
ああ、わざ
oh,
わざすみま
thanks
せ
for
ん。
helping. We'll do the rest
あとはこっちでやっ
ourselves,
とくん
so
で。
just set it there.
そこに置いといてください。
And the girl, Okochi, said that to me. And did as I was asked and left the room. And then Kazuki followed me.
何
And what is it?
ん
No. She offered me a lollipop.
くれるのか
And you're giving this to me?
うん
No. Was this her way of thanking me? 100% is, buddy. But
それ食べ
you've
かけ
already
だろ
licked that one, haven't you? It's the thought that counts, not the sanitariness.
うん
She sighed and put it back in her mouth, then took out a small bag from her skirt pocket. It was dried squid.
どうも
Thanks.
手が空いた
And
ら
if you're not busy,
生徒会の
help
方
with
も
the
手伝
student
ってくれ
council.
よ
You're
一
part
応
of
部
the
員なん
club
だか
too.
ら
うん
Kazuki shrugged and walked up the stairs. Maybe she was going back to the clubroom to play her game somewhere. And I probably couldn't count on her help. October 9th, 2015. Friday. Still. Tashita Hiroko was working at her part-time job as a grocery store cashier. Her husband was always out working late, but he didn't actually make any money. His air-headed personality meant that he was perennially. Why can't I words? Where's Peachy when you need her? Where's my speech pathologist chatter? She's still sick. That's where she is. Hopefully she pops in and doesn't lose her streak, because that would be big sad. But, perennially? Close enough. Stuck in lower management. Her son was in college and spent all his time playing. She was spending a lot of money to send him there, but he'd grown into a selfish boy who constantly demanded cars and trips. And of course, their budget was always stretched to the limit. They hadn't built up any kind of savings. Why am I adding extra S's places? They lived in Shibuya, true, but she had to live with her in-laws, which didn't make things easy at all. The idea of going to lunch with her friends from the neighborhood seemed as remote as the fiction she saw paraded on the news every night. She wanted an easier life. Lately, she'd been all sighs. Yesterday, she'd actually sighed at work and gotten a warning from her boss. The store where she worked was along Meiji Dori, about a 5-minute walk from Shibuya. The lunchtime rush had ended and things were calming down. She wanted to take a little break, but it wasn't break time yet.
合計で
And that'll be 3,127 yen. The woman in front of her, who was taking out her wallet, was one she'd seen several times before. She wore fancy clothes and had a slender, attractive body. Her makeup was perfect too, even when she was only going shopping at a supermarket. She must live in a different world. Maybe she was what they called a celebrity wife. The woman seemed very anxious as she waited for her to finish. Tashita hadn't even handed over her change yet, and she'd already lifted up her shopping basket. What was bothering her so much? Was she feeling sick? She did seem a little pale. Tashita wondered about her, but they didn't have enough of a relationship that she felt comfortable asking. She handed her the receipt and her change, and the woman quickly left. Tashita greeted the next customer, and then gasped. It was a man. Horrible. Ah. And he was wearing a mask that resembles the sumo stickers. The mask had the same design as those things they called sumo stickers. She heard about the stickers on the news several days ago. She learned that lately they were popular in Shibuya and nowhere else. She had seen them several times on her way to and from work. It was a disgusting design. The idea of Shibuya being overrun with the things made her sick. And this man was wearing a mask with the same design. That means she couldn't see his face. His clothes were completely normal. They weren't particularly filthy, and he didn't look like a perverted or crazy man, other than the sumo sticker mask, anyway. But that made it even stranger that he'd be wearing a mask to hide his face, and was so poorly constructed that it was obviously handmade. Why was this the last customer had... Oh, was this why the last customer had seemed so anxious? The man was standing completely still. He didn't say anything to Tashita. And then she realized that she'd been staring at his face for quite a long time. I'm sorry. Welcome. She looked inside his shopping basket. It was filled with several bowls of instant ramen and a single 2-liter. That'll be 4,378 yen. As she gave him the total, she happened to see the customers in the other lanes. This time, she was struck completely silent. It wasn't just her register. Every single register had a customer wearing a mask. That's fucked up and evil. And there were so many of them. And they were all standing silently. There were already 10 people lined up at her register, and all of them were wearing sumo sticker masks. The store never got this busy, even at lunchtime on a Saturday. The only thing the people in the masks had in common was that they were men. They all wore different clothes. A tall man in a sweatshirt, a fat middle-aged man in running clothes, a well-built man in a sweater, and so on and so forth. Not all of them looked like they had steady jobs, but not all of them looked like they were unemployed. Not one of them said a word. They just stood there in line, masks on their head and baskets in their hands. The noisy supermarket suddenly fell silent. All the other employees and customers stared at the men in the masks eyes wide. Fair. On my way to the student council room, I remember that I'd been planning on getting a mount of you and headed back to the vending machines. Only caffeine and carbonation, combined in the mightiest of drinks, could quench my thirst. Understandable, have a nice day. Let me take a drink from my Red Bull.
Oh, I found you.
Just as I was about to put my coin in the slot, I heard a voice I recognized.
尾上
No way.
お前
Aren't you helping
手
one
が
of the
足りない
classes
クラ
that
スの
didn't
手
have
伝いを
enough
してるんじゃない
people?
のか
そう
That's
それ
right.
それ
Yeah,
お願い
please
だ
come
から
help me.
She got my hand and yanked me forward. Yanked would be appropriate too, though.
ちょっと
Wait,
待ってく
I
れ
just moved a bunch of
さっきからあち
stuff.
こち動きっぱなしで
それ
I'm
どこ
too
ろじゃ
busy
ない
to listen to that right now. You're the only one I can count on.
見つ
Oh, I found you.
I heard the exact same phrase that I heard a moment ago.
先輩方
Hey there, senpai. Glad to see you two are getting
今日も
along
二
as
人
well
仲
as
が良さそう
ever.
で何よりです
Huh?
有村さん
Arimura-san?
あなた
Are you going to be killed?
殺されますよ
Miyashiro Takuri-senpai.
宮代拓先輩
I remembered the words she'd said before. It was definitely Arimura-san who was in front of me now. The one at the murder scene. And the one who'd been talking to blah blah blah. And the one who'd been talking to a detective about the case. I could feel myself starting to sweat. Oh, Arimura-san.
なんで
Why?
やだな
Aw, I told you that you don't need to be so self-conscious around me, right, Rika?
リカ
Huh?
リカ
Rika?
名前
Your name's
セリカ
Serika,
でしょ
right? You don't like it?
じゃ
Is
あ
Seri your
セリ
final
ファイ
answer
ナルアン
then?
サ
I love a nickname.
ー
Huh?
う
What?
ファイナル
Is
な
it
のか
final?
アン
Or is
サ
it
ーな
your
のか
answer?
あ
It's my answer.
Wow, these two high-pitched voices are gonna be the death of me.
Good.
ついでに
Well, you
私
could
の
call
こと
me
は
Hina.
ひなでいいから
Let's all say it aloud.
声に出して言
One,
ってみよ
two,
うせーの
Hina.
のダメ
Not good enough.
たどたどし
Too
いぞ
slow. One more time.
ひな
Hina.
まだちょっと
It's
し
still
か
a
な
little
いけど
stiff,
いい
but
です
it'll
か
work. Okay.
よろ
Thanks,
しくね
Sari.
セリ
Yeah. Does Takuru got a cute nickname too? And what's she doing? And this wasn't the same Arimura-san who told me I was going to be killed. This is how she was when she talked to her classmates. And this only made me wonder. Was she planning something? And what was she going to... Blah, blah, blah. What was she doing in the Love Hotel that day?
お
Oh,
どう
what's
したん
wrong,
ですか
Miyashiro
宮代
senpai?
先輩
There's so much
視線が熱い
passion in
ですよ
your gaze.
あ
No.
いや
Oh no.
も
Have you fallen in love with me?
ましたか
What?
What?
Oh,
Taku, have you?
No,
そうじゃ
no.
もう
Aw,
そんな
you'll
否定
have
し
to
なくても
deny it.
素
Just
直
be
になっちゃい
honest,
なよ
you.
あでも言っ
Just
と
so
き
you.
ますけど
But just so you know,
私に
if you
惚れ
fall
る
in
と
love
怪
with
我
me,
するぜ
you'll
よ
get hurt.
It was no good. I couldn't keep up with her energy.
というわけで
So anyway,
セリ
Seri,
宮代
I'm
先輩
borrowing Miyashiro senpai.
は
Before I could say anything, Arimura-san wrapped her arm around mine and pulled me away. Poor dude, bro, ain't getting his Mountain View regardless.
Hey, anime, Hina.
アディオスグラッシャーセリまた来年
Not the Spanish.
Adios, gracias, Seri. See you next year.
Um,
あ、
huh?
何ですか？
What is it?
話して
Can
も
you
らえ
let
ま
me
せん
go?
か
Sorry, I wasn't
気が
thinking.
回りませんで。
She bopped herself on the head and let go of my arm. And then she led me further down the hall, humming as she went. What was she doing? It felt like she was up to something. She must have noticed I wasn't moving, because she suddenly turned around.
やだ
Oh,
な。
come
そんな
on.
あからさ
Don't
まに
act
用
so
心しないで
scared.
ください
It
よ。
makes me
ひ
sad.
なちゃん悲しい。
She pretended to cry.
一体どこ
How
まで
serious is she?
わ
I
け
can't
がわからない
tell.
ほら、こ
Here,
こです、こ
right
こで
here.
す。
Come inside.
入って入って。
She pointed to an empty classroom. What was she planning on doing here?
でも
But
大丈
it's
夫ですって
okay. I'm not planning on
取って食った
eating
り
you
な
or
んかしません
anything.
からね。
Now that you've said that.
いや
No,
ちょっと
but damn it. In the end, I gave in and went into the classroom.
さて、
Nothing.
先輩にここ
Do you
に
know why I
来ても
brought
ら
you
った
here,
理由、
senpai?
わかりますか？
Here we go. I knew a delusion was coming up soon.
いえ
No. It's another delusional Friday. Of course not.
心当た
No
り
idea at
な
all.
いです。
I like that she has two little fingies. It's very cute. And that was the only thing I could think of. But seeing the way she acted today, it was hard to believe that she was the same girl.
どっちの姿が
Which is the
本物
real
の彼女
her?
なんだろ
Maybe if what I was remembering was the real her, then the reason she brought me here must be. Here we go. Delusion time.
う一体何を
What are you
実は
actually?
先
searched
輩
through
の
your
家を調
home,
べさせて
senpai.
もらいました。
なんだって
What? What?
一体いつの間
Wait,
に
how did you get
それより
inside?
どうやって中に
それについ
I
て
had some
は
help from
こちらの
these
お
two.
二人
You
に協
see?
力してもらっちまったんですな。これが
Huh? Well, hi Sarika. Welcome back, I guess. Through the power of delusion, Sarika is here. And Kurisu. Amazing.
なんで
What? How? The power of delusion, baby.
っていうか
What are you doing,
何
Kurisu?
やってるんだよ
You need to be in
完成にして
bed.
ないと
はいストップ。
Okay, stop.
そんな
That
こと
doesn't
言うのは
matter.
いいんです。
More importantly, when I searched your house,
先
I
輩
found
の
a
家
very
を捜
dangerous
索して
secret,
やばい秘
senpai.
密を突き止めちゃいましてね。
It would be hilarious if it's about the magazines.
は
Huh?
やばい秘
A
密って
dangerous secret?
一体
My mind was racing. Did I have some kind of dangerous secret? When I was hiding in that RV, I had no idea. I couldn't think of anything.
あれ
Oh,
わか
you
りま
can't
せん。
tell? It seems you got a habit of collecting some
大
very
変なものを
nasty
集める趣味
things.
が終わりのようで。
Her eyes were cold and filled with the disgust. She was so friendly a moment ago. But now she was acting like a detective. I knew she'd met with a detective earlier. Did that have something to do with this? Both Sarika and Kurisu were refusing to look at me. And that was the biggest shock of all.
言いたいことが
If
あ
you
るな
got
ら
something you want to say,
はっきり
why
言
don't
った
you
ら
just
どうで
say
す
it
か
already? I worked up my courage and walked over to Adimure-san.
これ
You're
ですよ。
talking about
これ。
this. Adimure-san took some magazines out of her bag and threw them onto the desk. Yeah, I was right. It was about the magazines. I guessed when I saw them.
なあ
What?
そんな
That's impossible. Where did you get this?
ようやく
So
事
you
態を
finally
把握
understand
しま
what's
した
going
か
on. Miyashiro
先
senpai,
輩
please
そ
tell
の
me
雑
the name of
誌
that
名を言ってみ
magazine.
てください言いなさ
Tell
い
me.
クール
Cool
キャッ
Cat
ト
Press.
プレス
It was my favorite magazine. The one that Genson brought me. Why do you have this?
宮代
To
先輩の
investigate
人
what
とな
kind
り
of
を調査
person
す
you
る
are.
ためです
Cool Cat Press has nothing to do with that.
あります
It does.
大あり
It's
です
extremely important.
宮代
It's
先輩の
important
性癖
evidence
を
of your
把握する
sexual
上で重要な
proclivities.
証拠です
僕の性癖を知って
Why do you care
どう
about
するつもり
those?
だいや
No, don't get the wrong
誤解しないで
idea.
ほしいんですけど
Cool Cat Press isn't something I buy for sexual reasons.
性的な欲求のためじゃなくてですねむしろ
It's
サブカ
actually
ル関連
more
の
of
情
a
報を得るためとい
subculture
います
thing.
か
言い訳は
I
見
don't want to
苦し
hear
い
your
ですよ
excuses.
本当だ
It's true.
なあ
Come
お
on,
前
oh no way.
クリス
Kurisu,
信じて
you
くれ
believe
よ
me,
な
right? Sarika and Kurisu looked away even harder.
そんな
No.
どうして
Why?
自分の行
Why
い
not
に
think
つ
back
い
to
て
your own
冷静に
actions?
思い返してみたらどうです宮代
You
先
left
輩
proof
は
that you're purchasing
証拠
Cool
を
Cat
残
Press
して
for
いるんです
sexual
よ
reasons.
クールキャットプレスを性的欲求のために買っているんだっていう証拠を
証拠
Proof? I started the copies of Cool Cat Press on the desk. And then I realized. Each of them was marked with several stickers.
しまっ
Oh no. My blood ran cold. It was definitely the one who'd put them there, and of course, I knew exactly what they meant.
理解しまし
Do you
た
understand?
いや
No.
その
先輩っ
You're
て
so meticulous,
几帳面
aren't you,
ですよね。
senpai?
あ
No,
そうだ
I know.
ちょ
Why
っと
don't we
付
read
箋
what
の
it
貼って
says
あ
on
る
these
ページに何が
pages?
書いてあるか読み上げて尾上さんと
尾
クリス
上さん
先輩に
クリス
協
先輩
力し
can
てもらって
は
Huh? Why?
面白そう
Because
だ
it
から
sounds fun.
に決まってるじゃないですか
Unedited grabbed one of the magazines off the table. She flipped it open to one of the marked pages and gave me a long glance before she started to read.
新しいキ
Leaving
ス
on a
感覚の
journey
旅
to
に
new
出る
kiss sensations.
ははキ
I
ッス
see.
に興
You're
味がおあ
interested
り
in
ですか
kissing? One of the lewdest things one could do, for sure.
次
Next,
2回目のデー
how
ト
to
でお持
always
ち帰り
bring her
必
back to
勝
your
法
place on the second date.
そもそも
Do I need to
1回目
point
のデ
out
ート
that
すら
you've
したこ
never
とな
even
い
been
だ
on
ろ
a first
みた
date?
いなツッコミ欲しいですか脅威のこたつ
Get
マ
her
ジッ
to let
ク
her
で
guard
女
down
の子
with
は
the
好きだら
kotatsu
け
magic.
こたつで
Seduce her
落
with
と
a
せ
kotatsu. Kotatsu? I could feel my will draining away. This torture was worse than I imagined. Okay,
じゃあ次
next
は
up
尾
is
上さん
Onoi-san. No, I walked over, hesitantly. She was still refusing to look at me. She picked up another issue of Cool Cat Press and opened it. She looked a little embarrassed.
読んで
Read it.
女の
An
子の感じ
encyclopedia
る
of a
ツボ
girl's
大
pleasure
使い
spots.
ツボ
Pleasure spots?
指圧
It's
師で
nice to
も
have
目
big
指すつもり
dreams,
です
isn't it?
か夢があっていいですねはい次
Okay. Next.
海を見
If you
に
tell a
行こ
girl
う
to
よ
come
と
see the
誘
sea
えば
with you,
女の子
she'll
はつい
agree.
てくる。
海っ
The
すか。
sea?
ついてかないで
I
す
wouldn't.
よ。
It's just the absolute guttural sound he made.
はい。
Good
じゃあ
job.
次は
Next is
クル
Kurisu
ス先輩。
senpai. You're kidding me. There's nothing in the world as embarrassing as your relatives finding out about your sexual fetishes. So you know what you're doing, Arimura. Don't you know what you're doing, Arimura Hinae?
学校
The
内恋
hidden
愛の落
pitfalls
と
of
し
school
穴。
love.
別れ
Take
た
care
後に
after
気
a
をつけ
breakup.
ろ。
付き合
You
う
worried
前か
about
ら
a
別れ
breakup
た
before
後の
you
心
even
配
had
っ
a
すか。
date?
ま
First,
ず
worry
女子
about
と
whether
付
or
き合
not
え
a
るか
girl
どう
will
かを
ever
心配
date
しまし
you.
ょうよ。
も
Just
う許して。
stop, please.
じゃあそろそ
Okay,
ろ最
it's
後。
time for the last one.
振られた
Top
時に
10
聞きたい
ballads to
バ
listen
ラ
to
ー
when
ドト
you've
ップ
been
10。
dumped.
振られた
When you
時
get dumped, you expect me to
最
get
初から負け
dumped?
戦想
Or
定
is
して
this
るん
one
で
of
す
those,
か？
look at how cool I
そ
am
れ
when
と
I'm
も
depressed
振られて落ち込
things?
んでる俺かっこいいみたいな中二な妄想ですか？恥ず
How
かしい。
embarrassing. Please just stop. What an interesting delusion. I guess I went out of the fact that Tucker's a high schooler. Yeah. If that happened, I'd kill myself. No. I didn't put that many sticky notes in my copies of Cool Cat Press anyway. That's right. Only one. Or maybe two. That's right. They were into the parts that were about getting girls. There were Minami Kata Kenji Sensei's column or the articles on men's fashion. I should stop thinking about this. I need to figure out why Arimura's-san had brought me here. But I basically knew already.
事
Is
件
this
のこ
about
と
what happened?
ですか。
Her little pout is cute. Arimura-san's expression turned serious. I gulped repeatedly, feeling a little overwhelmed.
その僕
I
も聞
wanted
き
to
たかっ
ask
たん
you
ですけど
too about that
あの事件の
case.
何のことです
What are you
か？
talking about? Arimura-san suddenly smiled. And she was smiling, but her voice made it clear that she was refusing to answer my question. I would have liked it more if she'd been frowning. I opened my mouth as if being pushed forward by some indescribable fear.
今更と
I
ぼ
don't
けた
think you'd
だ
talk your way
だ
out
と
of
思い
it
ます
now.
そ
I know that you
あ
were
の現場に
there.
君がいたことは確かなんですから。君は
What
どうし
were
て
you
あそこ
doing
に
there?
いたんですか？
She was looking at me, but I couldn't read any kind of emotion in her eyes. I almost stepped back, but stopped myself.
ああ。なんか先
You
輩
kind of sound like a
刑事さんみたい
detective.
っすね。
You know that? And now she's back to her casual tone of voice.
くそ
Damn it.
なんだよ
What's with
この
this
顔
girl? A lot.
あの人は古い
He
友
was an
人
old
で
friend, and
時
sometimes
々
we'd
ああ
meet
し
and
て会っ
talk like
ていろ
that.
いろと
Is
話を
all.
聞いてただけっすよ。
Uh-huh. Just casually meet at a love hotel to talk. Likely story. That was what she said before when she was meeting with that detective named Shinjo-san at Cafe LAX, or Cafe Lax, rather.
だか
So,
ら
we
先
didn't
輩
have the
が
kind
思
of
ってるような
relationship you
関
were
係じゃない
thinking
ですから。
about.
残念
Sorry
で
to
した
disappoint you, senpai.
は
Huh?
残念
Sorry.
お、
Oh, are you playing dumb? I bet you had a lot of naughty ideas in your head because of where we were meeting. You boys are such pigs. You're right, you're right. No, I didn't.
そうじゃなくて
Aw, come on. You actually got your hopes up a little when I brought you here, didn't you?
だからそう
No,
いうのじゃ
that's
な
not
くて
it. It made sense now that she mentioned it. But honestly, the idea hadn't occurred to me at all.
僕はただ
I just want
純粋に
to...
その
ふーん。
Huh? Unedited-san looked at me with narrow eyes, as if she was judging me. I mean, she is, but... What was that about? I brought you here because I wanted to learn more about you, Miyashiro-senpai.
僕の
About me.
ことが
So... She started to rustle through the contents of her cardboard box that had been beneath the desk. Huh? What's she getting out? What's she going to do with me? Come on, don't be so scared. I just want your help with this.
これ手伝ってほしいだけですから。
It was a huge stack of papers.
あ
What
その
is this?
これって
今からこれ製
I'm
本するん
gonna
で
bind
手
these
伝ってくだ
pamphlets.
さい。
Help me.
Huh?
Yeah, that's fair.
いやー
A friend asked me
友
to
達に
do
頼まれちゃ
it.
って。
You know,
ほら
I'm the type who can never
渡して頼
turn
ま
down
れると
someone when they
怒られ
need
ないタイ
help,
プじゃないで
right?
すか。
No, I didn't know that.
で
Wait, if they asked you, why do I have to
君が
help?
頼まれたことに僕が借り出されなきゃいけないんですか
交換条
They
件
said
で
they'd give me 2 weeks worth of meal tickets for the school cafeteria.
だから
But
それ
why
に
do
どうして
I?
僕が
愚問な
It's a
そ
silly
んなの二人でや
question.
った方が
Because
早
it's
いから
faster to
決
do
まっ
with
てる
2
じゃない
people,
で
of
すか。
course. So true.
いや全然理
No,
由に
that's not a reason.
まあま
Come
あ
on,
細けいこ
don't
とはい
worry about the
いんですよ。
details.
まず
Start
は
by
こっち
folding
のペー
these
ジから折
pages
って
in
いきま
half.
すよ。
She handed me a stack of printouts without waiting for my response.
あの
ほらほ
Come
ら。
on, if you got
口を
time
動
to
かす前
talk,
に
you
手を
got time
動か
to
す
work,
人になりま
right?
しょう。
And then she ignored me and started to work. I guess that meant she didn't intend to tell me anything else about the case. The detective had said that to... The detective that had said that Kakita, the victim in the revolving dead case, had been murdered. And that she was cooperating and exchanging information with him. But if I asked her about that, she'd find out that I had overheard her conversation at Cafe Lax. I can read. Damn it. In the end, I was forced to help make pamphlets for one of the younger classes that I knew nothing about.
もうすぐ
It's
復興
almost time
祭
for the
っすね。
restoration festival, isn't it? No,
うん
yeah, it is.
そうです
Yes.
ね
Man,
あー
this is so hard to
やりにくい
deal
な
with.
何がですか
What is?
それっす
Matt,
よそれ
I told you.
後輩
You
なん
don't
だ
have
か
to
ら
be
敬
so
語はいらないって言ってる
self-conscious.
じゃないですか。
ああ
Yes,
そうです
you're
よ
right.
ね
Absolutely.
うん、
No.
まあ
Well, whatever.
その
I
う
can
ち
worry
お
about
り
that
を
later,
後々
I
やっ
guess.
た後ってことで。
Huh?
で
What were we
何の
talking
話
about
でしたっけ
again?
そうそう、
Oh,
思い
I
出した
remember.
復興
That's
祭
right. The restoration
復
festival.
興祭って言
Speaking
えば
of that, you know those wind chimes in the yard? Who did you write on yours,
先輩何
senpai?
て書きました？
ああいう
I
の好
don't
き
really
じゃ
like the... Huh? Oh,
yeah.
no, nothing.
なんでも
No. I'd said what I was really thinking.
うん
I
僕
didn't
それ
write one.
書いてないで
They
す
they asked me
言われ
to,
たの
and I
忘れてて
forgot.
ー
What? How
そ
come?
れ
You need to
協調性
try
な
and
いで
fit
す
in
な
with the group more. I couldn't argue with that, but I had a feeling that no one got along with me in the group as well as Unedited-san.
でも
Still,
そっ
I
か
hadn't thought of
そ
that.
の手があったか
Maybe I should have done the
私
same
もそう
thing.
すればよかったかもな
I couldn't tell if she was faking or not, but at least on the surface, she seemed sincere.
Ah,
Unedited-san,
なんて
what did yours say?
知りたいっ
Do
す
you
か
want to know? She brought her face up close to mine.
あいや
No.
もう
Well,
私は
might
ね
said. It's a secret.
秘密です
A girl's secrets are
乙女の
very
秘密は
expensive,
高
you
いの
know?
ですよ
What?
ふふ
I love her. I really didn't understand. There's the Arimita-san I was talking to right now. The Arimita-san I seen with Shinjo-san. And the one that told me I was going to be killed. Which one was the real Arimita-san?
よし
Okay,
できた
all done.
Huh?
Huh?
ちょっと
Wait,
先輩
senpai, are you
ま
not
だ終わっ
done
てない
yet?
んすか
You're so slow.
おい
ごめ
I'm
んなさ
sorry.
い
しょうが
Oh,
ない
fine.
私
I'll
が手伝
help.
ってあげ
Give
るん
me
で
half.
半分貸してください
ありがとう
Thanks. No, wait, why am I saying thanks? There's no reason for me to do it. Blah, 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 blah. There's no reason for me doing any of this anyway, is there? What am I doing?
よし
Okay, all done. Phew. I reached up to stretch my arms. And every joint in my shoulders, back, and hips cracked. Fucking mood. I've been helping people all day, and my body felt like it was reaching its limit.
あざっす
Thanks, senpai.
先輩のおかげ
With
で
your
思っ
help,
たより
I was
早
able
く
to
終わ
get
りま
done
した
faster than I expected.
グラッチ
Grazie, grazie.
それで
So,
その
what do I do with
完成
these
したこれ
now?
はどこへ
ああ
Oh,
いいっす
sorry
いいっす
about that.
それは
I'll
取
have
り
them
に来
come
てもら
pick
い
them
ますか
up.
ら
そう
I see. I thought of asking her again. Blah, 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 blah. I thought of asking her about the case again, but decided against it. To be honest, the look on her face I'd seen last time still scared me.
それじゃあ
I'll be going
僕はここ
then.
で
あ先
Oh,
輩
senpai,
ちょい
hold
待
on
ち
a
です
second. Huh?
明日
You're meeting with
渡部
Tabe
さ
san
んとの
tomorrow,
会談があり
right?
ますよね
あうん
Oh, yeah.
ありますけど
Even Arimita-san knew about it.
友達も
All
みん
my
な
friends are
噂して
talking
ます
about it.
よ
You're famous
今
now,
や先輩
senpai.
は注目の的
Kazuki's classmates have been talking about it too. I guess it really is a big deal. And this is just so the blah, blah, blah. That just shows how famous Watabe is, I guess.
で
So, I want you to do me a
ですけど
favor. Her suddenly sweet voice made my heart skip a beat, but I tried my best to hide it.
何ですか
What?
その対談
During
の
the
時に
interview, can you ask him how he took that photo for his big
どうや
scoop?
って撮ったか聞いてくれませんか
Huh? The photo for his big scoop?
渡部さん
The
の
one
記
that
事
has
に
an
貼ってあ
article.
ったあの画像のことです
I feel like I read that wrong somehow. I'm gonna reread it. The one in his article. Oh. What was she... Was that what she was talking about?
どうしてそ
Why?
んなことを
まあまあ
Come
いいじゃな
on.
い
It
です か
doesn't really matter.
細かいことは
Don't sweat
気
the
にし
small
ない
stuff.
明るく
Just have
楽
fun
しく
with
いきま
life.
しょうよ
だけど
But
わかった
fine,
わか
fine.
りました
I'll give you this.
じゃ
It's a
あ
promise your
これあ
darling
げますから
Hinae-chan. You'll help
ひ
her
なえ
out,
ちゃんとの
okay?
約束
Arimita-san slid something into my chest pocket and pushed me out into the hallway.
Eh?
Huh?
Chotto.
Wait.
じゃ
Anyway,
助かりました
thanks. Adios. Gracias. I took out the things she'd put into my pocket.
食券
Cafeteria meal tickets. And only 3 days worth. The nerve. Not that I was alone. Everything about Orimita-san somehow seemed off. Everything that had happened, everything that she'd said, seemed like it was covered in lies. Everything, including the reward I'd been given, made it seem like I was being tricked. October 9th, 2015, Friday. Shinjo took out a picture of the face of the man who'd stabbed Kurisu, then showed it to Kusumoto.
そちらの読み
And
通
just like
り
you guessed,
こい
the
つと
attacker was
病
connected
院
to
に
that
入院してい
illustrator
た
in the
例のイ
hospital.
ラストレーターとはつながりがあった
Kusunoda didn't really react. She listened to him speak as if she knew everything he was going to say already.
同じ高校
And
の
they were
同級生
classmates in high school. At one point, they were even making
原作
manga
と絵を
together,
2人で
with
分
one
担
doing
して
the art and the other
共
doing
同
the
のペンネー
story.
ムで漫画を描いていたこともあるらしい
そいつら
Is
が
there any chance that
一
these
連
two
の
were
猟奇
behind
殺
the
人の犯
murders?
人だという
Do you
可
have
能
an
性は
alibi?
アリバ
Or
イ
do
はあ
they
る
have an alibi? I can read good.
2人とも
And the
1
two of
年
them
ほど
haven't
前
left
か
their
ら
rooms, and in the
病室
illustrator's
もしくは
case,
部
the
屋に引
hospital,
きこ
for
もり
about
だ
a year now.
イラストレ
We've
ーター
got
の
the
方は
hospital security
病院
camera
の監視
records
カ
to
メラに
back that
も
up.
その記録が残ってる壁標の生
As
徒
for
を
the
刺
man
した
who
男
stabbed the
の方
Hegi
は
Ho
家族
student,
の証
we
言に
have to
頼る
rely
しか
on
ない
his
が
family's testimony.
警察に
But
駆
when
け
they
つけてき
arrived
た
at the
時に
station, and then a phone rang. Kusunoto picked it up without saying a word to Chinjo.
私です
It's me. Even from here, he could tell exactly how annoyed Arimita Hinae was. But Kusunoto cut her off before she could say a word.
ごねるつもりか
Are you calling to complain or to give me your report?
どっち
そういう
And that's what I... Kusunoto had no intention of listening to her complaints. Did she do as she was told? Did she get any results? That's all Kusunoto wanted to hear.
どっちなんだ
Well,
伝えま
I
した
told him.
これでいい
That's
です
what you
よ
wanted,
ね
right?
よし
Alright.
明
Make
日
sure you're
は
there
当然お前
tomorrow
も
in
立ち会
person. Otherwise,
直接
there's
だ
no point.
え出なければ意味がない
こういうの
Can you stop
やめて
this?
もらえま
It's
せん
really a
か
pain in the neck.
い
And
ろ
I'm
いろ
not
めんどくさ
interested
い
in
です
cooperating with you.
私はあなた方に協力する気は
Kusunoto hung up before she could finish her sentence. Chinjo was glaring at her.
どうした
What's wrong?
続け
Continue.
ろ
今のは有
You
村
know
さ
it's
んだろ
Arimita-san, right?
こちら
Can
に
you
無
stop
断で
doing
進め
things
るのは
without
やめて
telling
くれ
me
ないか
first?
代替案のない
Criticism
批
that
判は
comes
誹
without
謗 に
an
過ぎない
alternate
し
plan is nothing but slander.
希望は
And
暇
slander
人
is
か
how
無
you
能であ
prove
る
you're
ことを証
incompetent
明
and
だ
have
ぞ
too much free time.
続けろ
Continue.
お前な
You know. Shinjo frowned, dissatisfied, but gave up and flipped through the papers he was holding.
どこまで話し
How
たんだ
far
っ
had we
た
gotten?
The
The testimony from the family of the man who stabbed the Hekiko student.
ああ
Yeah. When they got to the
男の家
station,
族が
the
警
first
察
thing
に
they
駆け
said
つけて
was
きた
that
時の
I
第
can't
一声
believe my
は
son stabbed
息子
someone.
が人
It
を刺す
was,
なんてあ
I
りえ
can't
ない
believe
だ
my
ったそう
son
だ
left his
息子が
room.
外出するなんてありえないだったそうだ
That's bad. That's pretty bad.
猟奇殺
And
人
they
が起こっ
insist
た
that
日
he
も
didn't leave his
絶
room on
対
the
に
day
家
of
か
the
ら出ていない
murders.
と言っている
Kusunoto looked upward for a second, as if lost in thought. I think we can trust
信
them.
用してもいいと
That
は思う
crazy
な
page he made was updated at the
男の
same
作っ
time
て
as
いる
one
イ
of
カ
the
れたページ
murders.
が事件のあった時刻に更新されているしまあ
It's possible
それ
that
が偽装と言
timestamp
い
was
切れな
fake
くもない
somehow,
が
but what did his
精神鑑定は
psychological evaluation say?
相変わらず救
He
世
was
主
still
がどう
going
の
on
こうの
about
と
being
繰り
the
返している
Messiah, supposedly. Yikes.
メガロマニアか
Megalomania, huh? Kusunada frowned as if she was annoyed. I mean,
イラストレーター
what
は
was the illustrator doing
2007
around
後は何をしてんだ
2007? Man, I don't even know what I was doing around 2007.
2007
2007.
あ
They were still in
まだ地方だ
Kyushu.
九州だな
確かか
Is that certain?
あ
Yeah. They moved to
2008
Tokyo in
年
late
末に東京に
2008
越してきて
and ended up going to high
その
school with the
時
attacker.
高校で障害の犯人と一緒になったな
なるほど
I see.
当
So
てが
this one
外
is
れ
a
たな
blind alley then.
釣れた
All
の
we
は
ended
結
up
局
catching was a
結
pair
界
of
説なんかの
clinging
妄
to
想
the
に逃げ
barrier
込むや
theory
つらだけ
delusion.
か
Suddenly, she leaned back in her chair, seemingly bored.
結局
So, the two of them are
そいつら
involved
は
in the
猟奇殺
murders,
人に
huh?
関しては白だっ
It's
た
likely
か
they're just copycatting the sumo
単なる歴
stickers.
史シールの模倣犯の可能性が高いな
模倣犯
Copycatting?
アリバイが確
Since
立して
they
いる
have
以上
alibis, even if they aren't perfect,
まあある程度だが
they're unlikely to be
事
connected
件
to
と
the
の
case
直接の
directly.
つながりは薄い
The only indirect connection
間
would be
接
the
的に
sumo
つながるとし
stickers.
たら歴史シールに関することだけ原作と絵に分
If
か
one
れて
did
い
the
たとい
writing
うこと
and
は
one did the art, it was probably the professional illustrator who did the art for the manga they produced.
歴史シー
When
ル
the
が
sumo
最初に
stickers
発
first
見され
appeared in
たの
Tokyo
は
in
2007
2007,
年頃の
at that
東京
time,
だ
they were in Kyushu.
がその頃そいつは九州にいた漫画で目が出ず
Their manga didn't work out,
承認
so they
欲から
started claiming to be the
悪ふざけで歴
creators
史
of the
シールの
sumo
作者
stickers
を
out
名乗
of
り
desire for approval.
お互いに
And
精
the two
神
of
を
them
病ん
went
で
crazy.
片方は持ち
One's
前の画
artistic
力を
ability
生か
caused
して
them to let
歴
the
史シール
sumo
に取
stickers
りつ
take
かれ
complete control,
もう
while
片
the
方
other used that as fuel for
物語
his
でも書いてい
delusions,
るつもり
as
で
if he was writing a
それを
story.
妄想のネタにした無論
Of course, I have no evidence to prove this hypothesis, but we'll
どの
know
道
soon
すぐに
enough.
わかる
Anyway,
それよりも
what was more concerning was the fact that the man hadn't left his room for years. Would he really leave it just because he'd learn about a bunch of stickers appearing? And AH Tokyo General Hospital. And that was where the illustrator was kept. During the New Generation Madness, there were rumors that the hospital was involved with a certain religious organization that was connected to that particular case. And it was also supposedly related to SafeWorks, the company involved in the restoration work that had resulted in security cameras all over town.
俺は正直
I'm not sure I
半
honestly
信半疑だぞ
believe that these stupid stickers are
こん
really
ないたず
involved
ら
in
書
the
きみたいなシー
case.
ルが事件に関係しているなんて
なら安
And then
心しろ
don't worry, you'll be working on
明日は
something
別
else
口だ
tomorrow. Kuzunoto opened up a file she'd saved on her PC.
これは
What's this?
明日
It's an article by
駅報の新聞部と
Watabe. He's
対
having
談
an
を行
interview
う
with the
渡部
Hekiko
の記事だ
newspaper club tomorrow.
お前が
The
影
net
で接
reporter
触
you
して
secretly made
炎
contact
上
with
を
to
煽
start
った
that flame
あのネ
war?
ット記者か
あ
Yeah. She nodded, and then opened up a picture of the photo of the sumo sticker that was taken at the scene. Then, she lined it up against the one in the article. Shinjo stared at it for a moment, and then he realized
表情が
the expressions
違ってる
are different.
渡部は今回のこ
Watabe's
と以
made a
外
name
で
for
も
himself by sneaking
様々な
into a
現場
lot
に
of
潜
different
入して
crime
は
scenes,
大量の
not
ス
just
クープ
this
画像を
one,
物
and
にして
getting
いる
pictures.
その数があまり
There
に
were
も
so
多
many
い
of
た
these
め
pictures that some
一部の人間
people
が
started saying he
捏
was
造だと
faking
言っ
them.
て専門家たち
Watabe
に調査を
happily
求め
agreed
た
to hand them over to a specialist and
渡部は
画像には
There
一
was no
切
sign of the photos being
改ざんの
altered.
跡は見られなかった。
Chincho figured out what she was trying to say. No way, he whispered to himself.
明日
I'm going to have
Ari
Arimura
確認
find
さ
out
せる。
tomorrow. If I'm
もし
right.
そうであれば 楽しい
And
文
that
化祭
culture
になるか
festival
もしれ
might
な
be
い
a
な。
lot of fun. Oh boy. Exhausted from all the work I'd been doing, I decided to use one of the meal tickets I'd been given. I headed for the cafeteria. But then I realized that I'd never used the cafeteria before, and had no idea how it worked. There were a lot of loud groups that ate there, and I didn't like it. In the end, I gave up. Instead, I decided to go out into the courtyard to check on something I'd thought about. The wind chimes that had been set up for the restoration festival. And the wishes that were tied to them. Arimita-san said it was a secret, but I was interested in seeing what she'd written down. Maybe I'd get a clue to who she really was. I tried to find her name among the huge number of wind chimes. There are no clappers inside the chimes. With so many wind chimes, if there had been some there, they would have made an incredible noise. I saw other messages as I searched. Several other messages, rather. Please let everyone be happy. Please don't let anyone be sad. There were a lot of platitudes like that. And then... I found it. Arimida Hinae. It was just a single line. Please let the truth be found.
本当のことが
Please
見
let
つ
the
かり
truth
ます
be
ように。
found.
ん
What did that mean? The truth about the earthquake? No, there was no truth to be found. An earthquake was an earthquake. Yeah, sure. So it's just an earthquake. Yep, 100%. There was an urban legend about the earthquake had been caused artificially, but there was no way that could be true. Uh-huh. No way. Not at all. No chance. What has she meant when she'd written this?
あ、
I turned around and saw a familiar face.
もう
Where have you been? I've been looking for you. You weren't picking up your
繋がらな
phone.
いし
My heart raced a little when I'd heard that.
だからス
I
マホを
told
落
you
と
I
したんだっ
dropped
て
it.
お前
You
も知
know
ってる
that,
だろ。
right?
あ
Oh,
そっか
right. I dropped my phone at AH Tokyo General Hospital and still didn't have it back. No, I was probably never going to get it back. No, I'm sure if you went back to the hospital, it's like, hey, I dropped my phone somewhere. Any chance you have it, they would return it. You know? And they had it now. Alright, they picked it up. Never mind. Yeah, there's no chances getting that phone back. The two of them that I'd seen in the pictures on the board in the club room. Of course, I filled out the paperwork to have it shut off already. The phone itself was locked, so if they tried to use it anyways, it should wipe itself. So they probably wouldn't be able to see what was inside. But still, the idea of someone else, particularly someone else connected to the case, having my phone was an unpleasant one.
新しいの
Shouldn't you
買
buy
っ
a
た
new
方がよ
one?
くない
まあ、
Well,
そうなん
yeah,
だけど
but-
さ。
I spent the whole day reaching into my pocket and being surprised to find that it wasn't there. Only now that it was gone did I realize how much I depended on my phone. It was probably a good idea to do what she said and go buy a new one, but that phone was...
Nothing.
Anyway, did you need something? Oh, that's right. I need your help.
なんだよ
Actually, she looked like she was in a big hurry a moment ago.
だから何
And
が
with what?
だからね、
Well, just come with
と
me.
にかく来て。
I was dragged off again. I lost count of how many times this had happened today.
おかえりなさい
Welcome
ませ。
back,
ご主人
Master
様
Carol. And those voices from my class's project, the Goto Froggy Cafe. After they said their lines, my classmates all started to do some kind of strange dance. They were making a video that would be displayed in the center of the cafe.
だからオリジナルのゲ
You
ロ
guys
カエ
know
ル
the
は
original
喋らない
Goto
んだっ
Froggy
て
doesn't talk. Normally, I would have been forced to spend the day recording them. But since I had to help the student council, I'd been temporarily released.
で、これが
So,
どうしたんだ
what am I supposed to do with this?
なんか
The camera's
壊れちゃった
broken or
みたいなの
something.
カメラ。
え
Huh? And she pointed to the camera that I'd set up.
音が出
And
ない
there's
んだ
no
よ。
sound,
そ
so
れで
nobody
みんな
knows
困
what
って
to
て。
do. Sariko's tiny finger reached out and hit the play button. She was right. There was no sound from the camera.
変だな
That's strange. It
今朝確
worked
認した時
when I
も
checked it
ちゃん
this
と
morning. I decided to start by checking the camera settings. Hmm. Oh, so that was it.
これ
Someone
誰かが
fiddled
設
with the
定いじった
settings,
だろ
right? Huh?
どう
I
な
don't
のか
know.
な。
音声出
The
力
audio
が
output's
ス
not
ピー
set
カー
to
じゃ
the
なくなって
speaker
る
anymore. I called up the right setting and changed the output method. And when I switched it over, I suddenly heard loud laughter and yells coming from the speaker. Wow, you're right. Sarika smiled. I felt a little relieved. If they hadn't been able to take the video, who knows what the rest of the class would have said about me. I hate when yawns in the middle of reading lines.
皆さん、
Everybody, the
カメラ
camera's
直りましたよ。
fixed. We're going to start shooting, okay? It was never broken though.
じゃあ始めんぞ。
Okay, we're getting started, camera kid.
はい
Right.
大丈夫です
Everything's ready.
どう
Go
ぞ
ahead. Since I was the camera expert, I was put in charge of the filming. What a pain in the ass. I don't want to have anything to do with this crap.
じゃあ行くぞ。
Okay, let's go.
せーの
Ready? Action. Loud music started to play again, and they all began to dance. But then they weren't happy with the result. First, someone messed up the choreography. Then they wanted to change their positions. I went on and on. I only felt like doing a good job the first few times. And they said it was a promotional video, but it was really just a ripoff of something they'd seen on Nikonia. No matter what I did, it wasn't going to turn out right. But they were still smiling as they danced.
何がそんな
I
に
wonder
楽
what's
しいん
so
だろう
much fun about this for them.
あ
Oh, I'm sorry, I screwed it up.
もうだから
Come
そこは
on,
右
it's to your
だって右
right. You know you're right,
お箸の方
right?
よゲロスケわか
I'm
る
handy, hold your chopsticks in. Got it? And they really didn't care. I hoped this would end soon.
タク
Taku,
ダメだよ
no, you're letting it show.
じゃあお前が代わりにやってくれ
Do
よ
it.
タクみたいに
I
かっこ
can't
よ
make it
く
look
撮れ
cool
ない
like you do.
おだてても無駄だ
Flattery
ぞ
won't get you anywhere.
おだてて
I'm
なん
not
て
flattering
ない
you.
よ
Sarika gave an easygoing laugh, like she always did. The hand you hold your chopsticks in? That's plot relevant. Yeah, looks at Danganronpa, cries a little bit. No, fine, she seemed to say. And then... Welcome in, Pyro, by the way.
ねえ宮代くん
Hey, Miyashiro-kun, can we see what we've got so far? Suddenly a girl in a costume talked to me. What was her name? I felt like I talked to her before.
見れますよ
You can.
あれ
Huh?
ちょっと
Isn't the
音が
sound on
悪
this
くない
kind of bad? In fairness, speakers are a low priority on a camera, so they're usually not great. You're just saying hi, it's midnight? Fair enough. Sleep well, thank you so much for popping in, I do appreciate it. Oh,
このカメラのマイ
the
クって
microphone on this
音
camera
楽
isn't
の
meant
効
to
用
record
じゃないん
music,
だそうです
Tanaka-senpai.
田中先輩
Tanaka-san. So that was her name. Sariko was amazing. And I was in the same class, and I didn't even know her name.
ふーんありがとう
Thanks. Oh, great.
そういえば
Are you
さ
guys in the newspaper club really going to be having an interview with Watayan? Watayan?
ニコニア
Do you
の
mean
渡部さん
Watabe-san
のこと
with
ですか
Nikunia?
本
Yes,
当ですけど
that's right.
やっぱ
Wait,
マジ
really?
なの
Hey, he says
ちょ
he
っ
is.
とマジだって
Huh? But why is she bringing everyone over here?
あ
Oh, and suddenly, I was surrounded.
マジかよ
It's true?
すげえじゃん
Wow.
対談って何すんの
What are you going to do at the interview?
さあ
I don't know,
よくわかんない
actually.
んですけど
Tanaka-san seemed surprised.
え
Huh?
あの動画の
I
こと
saw
じゃない
about that
の
video. I was surprised. Even Tanaka-san knew about it.
てかさ
You know,
新
the
聞部
newspaper
って
club
毎
doesn't
日
really
目立って
stand
ない
out.
けど
But are you
実
guys
は
actually
すごかった
something
りする
special?
そ
No,
んな
that's
こと
not
は
true. They're having an interview with Watayan, then that means Tanaka-san started to say. And everyone started listening to her. What the hell is going on? I know the Kazuki's classmates and Naremura-san had talked about it, but I didn't expect my own class to get this excited. I was talking to Watabe, that special.
つかよ
Wait,
んなこと
so
より
is that the
もう一つの
other...
噂
the-
お前
Wait, so is that other rumor true? Huh? Other rumor?
川原と
That you
殴り合
guys got in a
ったっ
fight
て
with Kawahara?
あ
Oh. I almost reached for my cheek, but managed to stop myself.
は
Wait,
マジで
seriously?
あ
I
そういえ
come
ば
to
少
think
し
of
腫
it,
れてる
he's a little bruised. Of course of... Wait, how and why began. Guys, calm down. What is going on here?
すげえな
Wow,
宮
Miyashiro,
お前
you get in
喧嘩なんかすん
fights?
の
いや
No,
喧嘩っ
it
てわけじ
wasn't
ゃ
really a fight.
であれ
Wait
だ
a
ろ
second,
宮城
Miyashiro.
川
If you got
原
in a
と
fight
は
with Kawahara,
女帝と関係
does
あんだ
that
ろ
mean the Empress was involved?
いや
No.
その
Well,
まあ
yes.
そうですけど
Wait,
何
really?
それ何
Really?
それ
Were you
もしか
fighting
して
over
ノ
No-No?
ノの取り合い
Seriously? That's so cool. I can't take this anymore. Huh? Taku? Yeah, that's fair. I went out to the hallway as the girls started to talk about romance. I leaned up against a wall inside. I could hear people in the classroom asking where I'd gone. My head hurts.
タク
Taku, are you okay? Sariko poked her head out of the classroom. I moved a hand and told her I was fine. And then... You're popular now, Taku.
タク
Sariko was smiling. I had no idea what she was so happy about.
お前な
You know, They were just talking about my interview with Watabe, and my argument with Kawahara-kun because it was a good excuse to get excited and have fun.
気づいた？
Did you notice?
何が
Notice what?
呼び方。
The way they said your name.
カメラっ子から
You went from camera kid to Miyashiro. Did I?
宮代くん？
Miyashiro-kun?
Eh?
Huh? Tanaka-san poked her head out from behind Serika.
どうしたの？
What's
い
wrong?
きなり出てっちゃって。
Why did you leave?
あ、
No, I
その トイレに
had to go to the bathroom.
あ、
Oh,
そっか。
gotcha. Sorry.
ごめん。
Tanaka-san scratched her cheek a little. She looked apologetic.
ごめんね。
Sorry to waste your
大事
time
な
when you
対
got
談
the
とかある
interview
のにダ
coming
ラダ
up.
ラしちゃって。
We'll do the dance
ダ
right
ン
next
ス
take.
次でちゃんと決めるから。
あ、
Okay.
私たち
I'll
も
make sure you
可愛
look
く撮
cute.
ります
So
から。
good luck.
頑張ってください。
Serika answered for me.
ありがとう。
Thanks. As she turned to go back into the classroom, I found myself speaking to her.
あ、
Tanaka-san.
何？
What is it?
あ、
Oh, well... Huh? Why am I saying this?
踊りに使
Can
っ
you
て
give
る
me
曲
the
の音
original
源
music you're
後で
using
も
for
ら
the
えますか？
dance later?
それはいいけど。
Sure, but
なんで？
why?
最初のセリフ以
Outside
外
of the
は踊って
lines
る
at
だ
the
けですか
beginning.
ら。
All you're
セリフと
doing
音
is
楽を別にして
dancing,
映像に
so I
重
can
ねません。
overlay the music on
それ
top
で
of
綺
it
麗な音にでき
separately.
ると思います。
That should make it sound a lot nicer.
え？
Wait,
そん
you
なこ
can
と
do
これ
that?
からできるの？
Thanks. Alright,
あり
let's do
が
it.
とう。
Oh,
じゃあそれで
sorry. You can go to the bathroom now.
トイレ早く行ってきて。
She ran back into the classroom, excited. Phew, that made me nervous. I feel so tired. Sarika waved her cell phone strap at me happily. It made the same strange sound it always did.
だから
Why do
何が
you
嬉
look
しいん
so
だよ、お前。
happy?
うん？
Hmm?
タクがね、
Because you're finally
やる
getting
気に
into
なって
it.
るから。
別にそういうわ
Not
けじゃない。
really, it's just...
ただ、
どうどう？
Just what? Even if it was cliche, for a moment, I thought that this whole school festival thing might not be so bad after all. Let's do a cute little save here. And I'm gonna throw up my BRB screen real quick because I, kind of ironically, have to go to the bathroom. You guys can enjoy the BGM while I step aside. Be right back. And we're back. I opened the lid on my Mountain View and took a big gulp. My head finally felt clear. Mountain View really was the water of life. Oh, buddy. By the time I'd finished helping with the setup for the cafe, and the other things the student council had needed me for, it was night. The air on the roof was a little cool on my skin. But still, all the preparations weren't finished, and the student council, including me and the other helpers, have been running around the whole time. I might end up having to stay the night.
勘弁してほ
I
しい
wish they'd
な
given me a break.
だけ
何が？
From what?
そりゃいくら
Even if
文
it's
化
the
祭だから
culture
って
festival,
何も泊
I
ま
shouldn't
って
have
ま
to
で
spend the night. Huh?
お疲れ様。
Good work today.
クルス
For a moment, I doubted what I was seeing, but it was definitely Kurisu.
何やってん
And
だ
what are you
よ
doing?
怪我は
What about your
大
stomach?
丈夫なのか
Is it okay for you to be up?
嫌だ。
Come on.
あんまり
Don't
重
treat me
病
like
に
a
扱いしないでほしいわね。
But I could see her face twisted just a little in pain. And of course, she had been stabbed only 2 days ago. Even I knew that she should be staying in bed.
重病人
You
扱い
are a
重
hospital
病人だ
patient.
ろ
You need to be
寝てなきゃ
lying
ダメじゃない
down.
か
Whenever me or the other kids get sick or got hurt, Kurisu was always the one to say, "Don't push yourself too hard. It's okay to rely on the people around you." You get not wanting to be patronized, but 13 fucking stitches, yeah. When I told her that, she chuckled. Looks like someone's worried about me.
覚えてるのね。
She seemed a little happy.
気になって少し
I
様
just
子を
came
見
to
に
check
来
on
た
how
だ
you were
け。
doing. That's all.
しっかりやってく
As
れ
it
てる
also
み
looks
たい
like you're
で。
doing your job.
ちょっと安
I
心
feel a
した。
little better.
大丈夫だ
Don't
よ
worry. I
サボ
wouldn't
るわ
skip
けない
out
だろ
on you.
勘弁してく
Even
れっ
though
て
you
言
were
って
just
たの
asking for a
に。
break.
それは
That's... Kurisu smiled, as if she enjoyed watching me choke on my words. I mean... That's funny, dude. Here you go.
はい、これ。
Kurisu handed me a small bag. It was handmade for the... It was handmade from felt. Back when I still lived with her, Kurisu had made one for me, Yubi, Yuto, and herself, each in a different color. Where had I put mine, come to think of it? Or where had I put mine, come to think of it? I can read good.
お弁当。
Dinner.
あなたのことだから
You didn't
ど
need
うせご飯
anything,
もちゃん
right?
と食べてないんでしょ。
But
作っ
you
てきた
made
のか
this for me?
おにぎりくらい
It's
だ
not
けど
much more
ね。
than rice balls, though. She didn't have time to make anything more, she said. What was she thinking? Why would she do that when she was injured? I sat down and opened the bag, and there was a little lunchbox inside. And there were 2 big rice balls, a lightly pan-fried hot dog, and some tamagoyaki. She was right. None of that was particularly hard to make.
バランスとか
It's
全
not
然
exactly
では
what
ない
I'd
けど。
call healthy, though. I mean, it's not exactly what I would call unhealthy either, to be honest. It's pretty well rounded. Maybe it could benefit from more veggies depending on what's in the rice balls.
どう
What's
したの
wrong?
いや
Nothing.
I-
Thanks.
いただきます
And suddenly felt really embarrassed. I decided to try and hide it by taking a big bite out of the rice ball. And it was a taste I hadn't experienced in a while. And it's one I used to enjoy all the time. Hey,
ねえ、
Sakura,
今日のこと
can you tell me what
聞いてもいい？
happened today? Kurisu waited for me to finish, then gently asked me. I looked up and saw that at some point, she stared. I looked up and saw that at some point, she started staring up at the stars.
今日一日
I want to know what happened today,
何があったのか
starting from this
知りたいの。
morning. What were you
朝
doing?
から何があってあなたがどういうことをしていたのか。
生徒
I
会
was
の手
helping
伝
the
いだよ
student council.
知ってるだろ
Don't you already know that?
具体的に聞
Yes,
きた
but
い
I
の
want
よ。
the details.
あなた
And
の
from
口
you,
から直
personally.
接。
And she turned toward me. She seemed very serious about this. I didn't really know what she was thinking. But I felt like I had to give her a real answer.
和樹の手伝いをし
And I
た
helped Kazuki.
和樹の
Did you know?
うん
Yeah.
クラスの
She
展示に使う
wanted
パ
me
ー
to
ツを
help
運ん
carry
で
a
ほしい
part
っ
of her
て
class's display.
そう
I see. Did that
和
make
樹
her happy?
喜んでた？
多分
I think so.
あ
Oh,
あ
come
そうい
to
えば
think of
スルメ
it,
く
she
れた
gave me some dried squid.
そう
Interesting.
他に
What
は？
else?
有村さんに
Arimina's
知
son
らな
made
い
me
クラ
help
ス
her
の
with
パン
some
フレット作りを手
pamphlets.
伝わされた
I don't know what class they were for. You helped
有
Arimina's
村
son?
さん。
Her eyes narrowed just a little. Arimina's son was involved in the case, so she probably didn't want me talking to her.
大丈
Don't
夫だ
worry.
よ
All I did
本
was
当に
make
パン
those
フを作らされただ
pamphlets.
けだから
I see. Is
So-
that all?
それだけなのね。
And to be honest, I tried to talk to her a little about the case, but I've told Kurisu that she'd get worried. I mean... So I didn't.
それで
So,
他に
what
は？
else? Huh?
あなたのクラ
What
スは
about your
どうな
class
の？
project? Get a
ゲロ
froggy
カエル
cafe,
喫茶
wasn't
だっ
it?
たかしら。
ああ
Yeah, it was
それはな
shaping
んと
up
か
okay,
形になった
I
みたいだけ
guess.
ど
あなたが映
You
像
were in
の担
charge
当
of
な
that
んでしょ？
video, right? No, yeah, I nodded.
もうほと
No,
んど終わ
yeah,
ってて
it's almost
残り
done.
は明日の朝
We're doing the rest
映
tomorrow
像はもうで
morning.
きてるからそれに
The
音楽を
video's
載せる
done,
だけ
so
だ
all I have to do is add the music.
朝で間に合
Will
う
it
の？
be done in time if you wait until tomorrow morning to do it?
十分
That's
だ
plenty of time. And honestly, I hadn't expected to be working until the morning of the festival.
でも
But
今
you
日は
have
泊
to
まり
stay
込
the
みにな
night.
るんでしょ？
You have to stay here tonight, don't you? Kurisu talked as if it was the most natural thing in the world. I almost couldn't believe it.
毎年こ
Was
ん
the
なに
culture
忙しかった
festival
のか
always this busy?
文化祭って
I never participated, so I had no idea that everyone was doing all this work.
まあね。
More or less.
でも
But
今
this
年
year
は
is
特別。
special.
復
The
興祭も
Restoration
近い
Festival
し
is close.
初めての
And
3
it's
学
the
年揃っ
first
ての
culture
文化祭
festival
だか
that
ら。
includes all 3 grades here.
そっか
That's right. Only third year students had been the first class at Hekiho Academy. This would be the first year that all 3 grades had a first full class at the school. Honestly, what's weird about this is them being like the graduating class of 2016, because like that means they're as old as me. That's weird to me. We're the same age. Like, not currently because they're back in 2015, but like, you know, I was their age back in 2015.
もう一日中バタバタ
I
し
was
す
so
ぎて
busy all
わ
day.
けがわか
I
ん
didn't
な
even
か
have
った
time to think. I've been forced to carry so much stuff that I was getting muscle cramps, and then it was one problem after another. Talking to new people always made me nervous, and I had to do that a bunch of times. I was really tired.
No.
What? Kurisu saw me thinking back on the day's events and smiled.
それで
And? Huh?
それで
And?
あなた
How
は
did
ど
it feel
う
to
感
you?
じたの？
How did it feel? It
大
was
変
hard.
だったよ。
それだけ？
Is that all? I felt like she could read my mind. Damn it. It felt just a little awkward as I spoke.
あのさ、
Well,
ええ、
yes.
えっと、
In class today,
うちのクラスと
some
か
people were
結
kind
構
of
いいやつ
nice.
もいた。
そうなんだ。
Were they now?
うん。
Yeah.
明日
And they
の
said
渡
they're
部と
looking
の対
forward
談。
to my interview with
楽しみにしてる
Watabe
って。
tomorrow.
そう。
I see.
あと、
And the
カ
guys
メラっ
calling
子
me
って言
camera
っていた
kid
やつが
started calling me
宮代
Miyashiro.
って。
You just had an evil and fucked up thought, and you're not sure if you want to put that energy into the world, even if it's a crack theory. Well, as much of a crack theory as the game about delusions becoming physical reality can be. Well, you can't just say that and not tell me your thought. Come on, share with the class. Let us know what you're thinking, no matter how fucked up and evil it is. So long as it's not a bannable offense on Twitch anyway.
どう？
Mal,
Takuru.
Takuru?
何が？
What? She looked like a mother giving a present to a young child. What if this, what's happening right now, is a delusion? Like, talking to Kurisu or the school festival as a whole? Did I read this? Wow, my short-term memory awful. Seriously, a goldfish cracker has better short-term memory than I do. And it doesn't even have a brain. You guess either, but specifically talking with Kurisu. That would be fucked up and evil if true. But not completely out of the realm of possibilities in Chaos Child. Unfortunately. She looked like a mother giving a present to a young child.
事件なんか追わなくても
You can have fun
結
without
構
trying to
楽
solve
し
the
いものでしょ？
case.
それは
That's... I tried to deny it, but I couldn't. I see. Kurisu had come all this way, even though she was hurt, just to say this to me.
タクル、
Sakura, don't you feel
帰っ
like
て
coming
くる気
home
に
by
はなれ
now?
ない？父さんも
Dad,
Yui
Yui and
も
Yuto
ユウト
all
も
want you back.
それを望んで
Yui
る。
especially.
特にユイがね、
All she ever
あな
talks
たがお
about
風
is
呂
how
掃
you're
除を
not
してい
there
な
to
かっ
clean
た
the
ってう
bathtub.
るさいの。
I could imagine it. Yui was like a mini Kurisu. The woman definitely had the upper hand in that household.
タクル、
Takaru,
もう
Promise
事件
me
な
you'll
んか
leave
追わ
this
ないって
case
約
behind.
束して
Come home.
帰ってきな
There's
さ
so
い。
many things I would like your help with.
手伝ってほしいことたくさんあるの。タクル、
ごちそうさま。
Thanks for the dinner. Thanks for the dinner and guilt trip. I put the lunchbox back in the bag, stood up and handed it to Kurisu. Then I headed toward the door.
わかった。
Fine,
考えて
I'll
みるよ
think。about it. I see.
そう、
I'm glad.
よかった。
You could hear Kurisu's footsteps as she tried to catch up to me. But the next moment,
クルス、
I heard a small moan and I turned around. Kurisu had crumbled to the ground, holding her stomach. Yeah, that's what happens when you move too fast and you have 13 stitches from literally 2 days ago!
おい、
Hey,
Kurisu!
Kurisu! I'm fine. I'm just fine. She was trying to force herself to smile, but there were thick drops of sweat on her forehead.
大丈夫じ
You're
ゃな
not
いだろう。
fine.
ごめん
I'm
なさい
sorry.
とにかく
Just
帰
go
るんだ。
home.
タ
I'll
クシー
call
乗
you
る
a
から。
taxi. I let her lean on my shoulder as we hurried to the front gate as quietly, but quickly as possible.
青葉院まで
And
お願
take
い
her
し
to
ます。
Alba Clinic, please. I got her loaded inside the taxi and told the driver where to go.
タクル
Takaru. Not related to the scene at all. Well, a little related. But something about, like, taxis in Japan that's kind of cool is that the drivers have, like, a little lever by them where they can just automatically open the door that way without, like, having to get up and, like, open it for you that way. So that's cool. Anyways.
Huh?
Think about what I said.
考えておいて
Fine, I get it. I moved away so I could shut the door.
タクル あり
Thank
が
you.
とう
何が
For what? For
何
what,
が
I wonder.
だろうね
The door closed and the taxi disappeared down the road. Usually, everyone called her the Empress, and she acted like my big sister. And now she looked weak, as if I was the big brother and she was the little sister.
あ、そう
Oh,
だ。
right,
ユイ。
Yui. I remembered Yui when I thought of little sisters. I needed to send her a message about Kurisu.
あ、
Oh, yeah, you don't have a phone, dumbass. I put my hand into my pocket and once again realized that my phone wasn't there. Damn it, how many times has this happened today? I have to ask Sarika.
宮代
え
川原くん。
No, no. Did he see Kurisu here?
何かあったのか。
Did something happen?
あ、
Oh,
いや、
no, nothing.
そうじゃありませんけど。そうか。
I see. From the way he was acting, he probably didn't see her, right? If he had seen her, he wouldn't be acting this way. He'd probably blame me for putting too much strain on Kurisu and hit me again.
ほら。
Here. Kawahara-kun tossed something at me.
あ、
I almost dropped it, but managed to grab it at the last second. It was a can of coffee. Huh?
飲めよ。
Drink it.
いや、
Thanks, but
泊まり込みに
we're
なる
going
か
to be staying here all night, after all.
あ、
Right.
どうも
Thanks, then. You're just out here suffering because of your potentially crack theory. I think the worst part is that he isn't able to call Yui either, so... Yeah, you're just gonna have to suffer about that. He opened another can for himself and took a drink, then looked around the courtyard. There were stalls lined up, each covered in flashy decorations. Other preparations were finished around here.
クルスが来れないって分
And
か
I
った
was
時
worried
は
of when I
どう
found
なるか
out
と思ったけど
Kurisu couldn't be here.
なん
It
とか
was
形に
shaping
なり
up
そうだ
well,
な
isn't it?
うん
Yeah. What was going on? Kawahara-kun kept glancing over at me, as if he was waiting for the right moment to say something. Eventually, he took a big sip of his coffee and said,
悪かったな
I'm sorry. Huh? He pointed to my cheek. I knew he was talking about hitting me.
いえ
No,
悪か
that
った
was
の
my
は僕ですか
fault.
ら
He began to speak hesitantly. And actually, you see,
あの日の次
in the
の朝
morning after that,
クルス
Kurisu
から電話
called
があっ
me.
たんだ。
She said she wanted me to
できれば
apologize
お
to
前
you
に謝
if
っ
I
てほ
could.
しいっつってな。そんなの
You
気
didn't
にすること
have
な
to
いです
worry
よ。
about it.
まあ、
No, yeah, I guess.
そりゃそうなんだけどよ。
Kawahara-kun sighed, stretched, and leaned up against the school gate.
癖かもな。
Maybe it's habit.
小学生の
She's
時
always
から
been the class rep
あい
since
つは委
elementary
員長っ
school,
つうか、
and she always acted like a
いつもリーダー
leader.
みたいなことやってたからな。小学生の
She's
時
been
か
like
ら
that
あんな
since
だったんです
elementary
か。
school. Both Kurisu and Kawahara-kun went to the same public elementary school. I'd gone to a different private one.
とにかく面
And
倒
she was
見が
great
良
at
くて
taking
な。
care of people.
み
Everybody
んなあい
liked
つのこと
her,
好きだったよ。特に
especially me. And one
俺
other
とあとも
girl.
う一人。
Her name was
地
Minamisawa.
震で死んじまった
She
けど、
died in the earthquake.
南沢っ
But
てやつ
before
は
that, the three of
い
us
つも
were
クリ
always
スと一緒にい
together.
た。3人。知ってるか？
And did you know that she
あい
ran
つ
the
小学校の
relay
頃は
race every year in
毎年リレー
elementary
の選
school?
手だったんだぜ。
I was really surprised. She didn't seem to be that bad at sports, but she certainly didn't seem to like them. She couldn't do a spin on the horizontal bar. He must have found my reaction funny, because Kawahara-kun continued in a more upbeat tone.
あの地震で
She
大怪
got
我して
really
な。
badly hurt in the earthquake.
今はそ
She's
うでも
better
ないけ
now,
ど、
but for a while,
しばらく
it
は
was
歩く
hard
の
for
さ
her
大
even
変
to
そうにしてたん
walk.
だ。
I'd had no idea. I mean, you were in a coma, so... When I woken up a year after the earthquake, I hadn't seen any sign of that. Yeah, because you were in a coma for a year. She'd probably gone through a lot of hard rehab while I'd been in a coma.
その影響で運動はほ
And
とん
that's
ど
why
し
she
なくなっ
stopped
た。
doing almost any kind of
一
sports.
度だけ運動部
They
に誘っ
invited
たん
her
だ
to
が、
join a team once,
断られ
and
た
she
よ。
refused.
そうだったん
Let's see.
ですか。
And there was a moment of awkwardness. I didn't know what to do. Come to think of it, I never talked with Kawahara-kun like this before.
文化祭。
Let's make the culture
盛り上
festival
げら
as
れるだ
much
け
as
盛り上げようぜ。
blah, blah, as much fun as we can.
あいつから任
She
され
left
たん
us in
だから。
charge after all. Kawahara-kun turned away from me and walked back into the school building.
そうか。
So that's why. I realized that he'd been acting weird all day because he was waiting for a chance to apologize. Oh boy. Time for us to look on our aggregator. These sumo sticker memes will have you dying. Ha 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 ha. A collection of the stupidest memes for the sumo stickers that are appearing at Shibuya. What's a sumo sticker? A mysterious sticker that started appearing at Shibuya around 2007. No one knows who put them up or why. They're about 20 centimeters by 15 centimeters, with a design like two overlapping faces. They have 3 eyes, 2 noses, 2 mouths. They're called sumo stickers because the face looks like that of a fat man, but no one knows who they really are. Related articles. What's a sumo sticker? The short version. 7 reasons the return of the new generation Mountus is terrifying. Shibuya Restoration Festival 2015. Retrospective. From the Shibuya earthquake to the reconstruction. 8 occultic rumors hidden in the Shibuya earthquake. Recommended articles. Are you the type who loses from affiliated marketing or gains? The best way to eat crab. The complete history of App Channel. What's the special Shibuya reconstruction tax? How to save your smartphone battery. And then the advertisement. Just miso makes it easy to eat. Snap it in half and enjoy the delicious crab. Buy here. Sponsored by Waltz with Crabs Inc. Anyways, and these sumo stickers have made for some terrible memes. Totally sumo. Don't call me a sumo sticker. Call me Mr. Sumo Sticker. Totally sumo. Nom nom. It's like a little guy in like a variety show, it seems like, type of setup. With the arms raised, with the sumo sticker slapped on top. Answer, nom nom. Now I'm getting excited. Seems like a guy with a lot of motion blur with a sumo sticker slapped on the face, like running toward the screen. Tension agatte kita. The crab ads are extra funny because you're building a vaguely crab-shaped mobile suit. Nice. Maririn su Hachiro. I slid here. I don't know what's going on in that meme, I'll be honest. I danced with hard luck. Those who put their feet in the ring have danced with hard luck. It's like a fake manga panel with sumo stickers saying that. Make peace with the sumo wrestler, it says. Lol. Interesting. Sumo sticker to wakai seyo. There's even Vocalo songs about them. Oh no. The thumbnail is like a Hatsune Miku sumo sticker. Hatsune Miku's been sumo stickered. Vocalo. The boss tells me to put the stickers up with the cannon, but sumo stickers. Amazingly, the song hit 1 million views only 24 hours after release, due to an article on the sumo stickers published. Web journalist Tomoaki Watabe at the same time. He thinks I hate it.
それじゃあ消すよ。
Okay, I'm turning them off.
思
Wow.
った以上に
It's darker
暗
than
く
I
なる
thought.
ね。
大丈夫か
You okay?
うん、
Yeah,
多
I
分。
think.
じ
Good
ゃあ
night,
みんな
everyone.
おやすみ。
はいよ。お
Right.
やすみ。
Good night.
お、
Yeah. Sleep over on campus. Sleep over in the newspaper club room. I think, anyway.
うー
Wow, I
何も見えない。
can't see anything.
椅子どこ？
Where's the chair? Oh dear. Oh, Hana-chan. I stepped on you. I'm sorry.
そこが
Hana-chan's
花ちゃんってことは
That means that
こっちに。
over here is... What was that? An elbow? Oh, I'm sorry, Chin-chan.
何が
Huh? For what?
僕だ、
That was
僕。
me. What? I don't know where I am.
なんか落ちた。
Something fell.
もういい。
Enough.
電気
Turn on the lights.
カー
Wait,
テン
no.
開けろ
Open the
カーテン
curtain.
オッケー。
Yeah, my pinky toe. I saw my pinky toe. A dim light poured in from outside. I could see the outlines of the room. I had no idea what the hell Sarika had done, but she was rubbing her head and her pinky toe simultaneously. Oh, Sarika. Oh, hey.
ね
You could
これ
still
でも
sleep
寝ら
like
れるよ
this,
ね。
right?
こんなこ
If
と
I
なら
didn't, I
も
would
う
have
少し
cleaned up
片
a
付けて
little
おけばよかっ
first.
た。
It was almost a new day. Since everybody had to be out of meeting early, I ended up staying at school after all. But since there was no beds, we had to sleep on our desks.
なあ、
Hey, do you
好
two
きな
have a
やつと
guy you
か
like?
いるの
Huh?
ん
Huh?
何
What?
お前に聞い
I'm
て
not
ね
asking
えよ
you.
女
I'm
子
asking the
二人
girls. Where did this come from?
いいか
Just
らよ
answer me.
い
Do
る
you?
のか
All the way?
おのえ
Ito's engaging in girl talk.
私
Me?
みん
I
な好
like
きなの
everybody.
そう
I
いうん
don't
じ
mean
ゃ
like
なく
that. No, whatever.
いや
Mind.
いい
What about you,
和樹
Kazuki?
は
Don't try to sleep and eat dried squid at the same time. Then what about your first kiss? When was it?
いつだ
まだだよ。
We haven't had it yet.
うーん
Ida's attempts at engaging in girl talk have ended in failure.
しんちゃんは
What about you,
いつな
Chin-chan?
の
What was yours?
まあいい
Never mind. I
夜
was a
の
fool for
学校に
expecting
お泊まり
anything
と
out
い
of
う
you
イベ
two
ントは
just because
お
you were
前ら
staying
相手
at
に期
school
待した俺が
overnight.
愚かだった
Oh,
そう
I
だ、
forgot.
忘れてた。
I should set the alarm
目
for
覚まし
5 a.m.,
5時で
right?
いいよね。
Sorry, eyelashes are being stupid. I think an eyelash has actually fallen into my... Hang on. Let me deal with that. Okay, somehow eyelash didn't end up actually in my eye, but it was like just like under my eye, so... Anyways. She fiddled with her smartphone as she talked. Question mark?
あれ
Huh?
花ちゃん、
Hana-chan?
どうしたの
What's wrong? Huh? Was that Hana's voice? I've never heard her laugh before. It was so... Wait a second.
尾上の顔か
Onoe's face.
う
Huh? Why? Is there something wrong with my
私の
face?
顔
And the light from the phone screen lit up Sarika's face in the darkness, like a horror movie. She must have been waving her hand, because it would appear, then disappear, then reappear again. What?
どういうつ
How
も
is
だよ
that funny? I couldn't help but agree with him. Did she love horror, or does she look like an enemy character in an MMO? Is there something wrong with my
お
face?
かしいの
Kozuki burst out laughing as Sarika moved closer to her. What's so funny? What's so funny? Sarika said as she moved closer. Then, for some reason, they started to tickle each other.
仲がよろ
And
し
I'm
い
glad they're such good friends. Dorks. A lot had happened today. And they were all new experiences to me.
事件なんか
You can
は
have
なく
fun
ても
without trying to solve the
結
case.
構
Can't
楽しい
you?
ものでしょ
Maybe I could.
タクル
Takeru, promise
も
me
う
you're
事
done
件
with
な
the
んか追わない
case.
って約
Come
束して
home. There's a lot of things I want your help with.
手伝ってほしいことたくさんあるの
If I wanted to, I could go back to the orphanage and live the same life as everyone else. Or could I? Oh boy. Delusion time.
くちょくちょくちょくちょくちょ
Tickle, 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 tickle.
こら
Hey,
Nigga,
no running. Hey, stop screwing around and sleep, girls. Why do girls like to touch each other so much? It's not like you guys are lovers. Stop it. Ito and I are right next to you. Don't forget that. Time for a negative delusion. Why are they all panting? Hello? The only sound in the dark room was their panting. It was enough to drive me crazy listening to it. And then, as I pretended to sleep, I felt someone's warm hand on my crotch. Oh dear. I almost jumped up and screamed, but there was a hand covering my mouth. Who was it? Was it Kazuki or Sarika? Sarika was the one who'd been trying to touch Kazuki a moment ago. So was it Sarika? Was she touching my crotch? What kind of person... Was that the kind of person she was? No, wait. But I was a high school kid now. I couldn't stay a child forever. But could she really be so bold? If Yudo found out about this, there'd be trouble. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. I didn't resist. I just closed my eyes and let time pass. The hands were still on my mouth and crotch. Should I accept her bold invitation? But this was... Oh boy. I heard panting in my ear. It must be Sarika getting excited. Sarika getting excited?
宮代宮代
Fellas, is it gay to have a delusion about your guy friend?
嘘だ
I'm not gonna scream, but it says no in the dialogue box. But what he says is, like, it's a lie type thing. So, like, close enough, but figured I would offer that insight since I'm not going to scream. The nightmare was so horrible I woke up screaming. Huh? Taku, what's wrong? What's going on? Oh, no. I came to my senses and looked around. I realized that everyone else must have fallen asleep. They were all rubbing their eyes as if they were sleepy. Was that really the case? Was I really dreaming about someone rubbing my crotch? Was it possible that Ito was pretending to be asleep? Oh dear. Imagining that made me shiver. I had to stop thinking about it. I had to pretend it had never happened. Wait, it's almost midnight, isn't it?
じゃね
Huh? Ito stood up and started to fiddle with the club's PC.
はい。
Hello, it's midnight, October 10th, 2015. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host,
ようこそい
Kei-san.
らっしゃいませ。K さんと申します。
I heard a familiar voice.
今日の夜は
It's a little cold
少
tonight,
し冷え
isn't
込ん
it?
でいますね。
It seems like autumn is upon us.
着実に秋
How
が
are
到
you
来
all
しているよう
doing?
です。いかがお過ごしでしょうか。さて、
Now then, the reason for
本日
today's
放送の機会を
broadcast
設けさ
is,
せていただいたのは
I'm sure all of you know already,
聞いて
don't
くだ
you?
さっている皆様ならもうご存知ですね。
The kitty petting experience. I want to go.
本日
Today is
10
October
月10
10th.
日は
6 years ago,
6年
the
前
vampire
ヴァ
incident
ンパイ
occurred
ア
on
と
this
呼ばれ
same
た事件
day.
が起きた日付です。
She's right. I completely forgot. Today's October 10th. Somewhere should be yet. Probably in the next 24 hours, someone will. No, I was just thinking about this. I can live the same life as everyone else. So I can just forget about the case.
電
A
話
phone call?
んだ
Who
よ
could it be
こ
at
んな
this
と
hour? Nita froze as he looked at the phone.
しんちゃん、これまでの経緯
I
を
explain what happened
もう
once
一度
more.
簡単に。
Her voice suddenly vanished. Ito had muted it. His hands were shaking a little.
おい
Huh?
や
Oh, shit.
やべえ
Oh, what the hell is going on?
なんだこれ
何かだよ
With what?
電話
The call. It's
お
from
前
you.
からだ
は
It took me a minute to understand what he was saying. And he showed me the screen.
だから
Look at this.
これ見ろ
And the screen read, Miyashita Takaru. No way.
なんだよ
What's going on? My phone was locked. No, wait. I called the company and had them shut down the account. But what do we do about this? Huh? I don't know what to do. Should I ignore it? I promised Kurisu that I'd give up on the case. No, wait. Is now really the time for that? My mind raced, but I couldn't come up with an answer. And the next thing I knew, I grabbed the phone from Ito and answered it. And there was silence. As everyone held their breath and watched me, I put my ear up to the phone and heard. Nothing. All I could hear was the sound of my own heartbeat. At some point, my breathing had become shallow and pained. I leaned against a nearby desk just to give myself some means of support. The person on the other end of the phone said nothing. What do I do? What do I do? Damn it, what the hell is going on? Say something! Say something, you idiot! Who are you?
お前誰だ
My voice was shaking so much, it was pathetic. Everyone was perfectly still as they watched. No good, I can't hear anything. Uh-oh. Not that knock pattern of all knock patterns. Hey, what's going on? I dropped the phone and fell to my knees. Cherika had come over toward me. I grabbed her and held her tight. I was so scared. So scared. It's that sound. The knocking sound I'd heard when I was at the hotel. I frantically rubbed the ear that I'd been holding up to the phone. But it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't go away. That sound. I felt a sense of foreboding in the pit of my stomach. I'd snuck into that hospital and they'd stolen my phone. That wasn't something I could take back. It's 9:30. Everyone, are you ready? It's time. For the 3rd annual Heki Ho Academy Culture Festival to begin. Hooray! 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 Wah! All the students of the gym roared as soon as Kawahara-kun finished. Cheerful music began to fill the room, and students in costumes, who probably belonged to the same club or another, began to dance. Half of the students watched them and laughed as they left the gym. They were probably the students in charge of the classroom displays and stalls in the courtyard. Kazuki looked over at me to see if I was okay. Gonna do a cute little save real quick. Gonna check something. Kazuki looked over at me to see if I was okay. Yep. I'm okay. I'm gonna drink some wawa. Water time. Water. Even if it was a lie, it was all I could bring myself to say. And I couldn't smile. Because of her talents, Kazuki was asked to handle the audio system along with me for the student council's opening ceremony. And the rest of the student council, except for Kawahara-kun, as well as Serika and Ito, should have left during the ceremony to patrol the school. It was only going to get busier when the school opened to the public at 10 AM, about 30 minutes from now. When that happened, people from outside the school would be allowed in, and many different events would be held. I had to do my job too. But I couldn't bring myself to get out of the chair. Huh? Kazuki offered me a lollipop. Oh, no. She thought for a moment, and then took out a piece of dried squid from who knows where. No, that's not... Fine, I'll take it. She's trying her best, man. I grabbed the lollipop and stood up. Kazuki stayed to handle the audio. She might have problems communicating, but there were other members of the student council around, so she'd probably be fine. Thanks. We're showing a student film in the AV room on the second floor of the special use building. Tickets are 100 yen. Pamphlets are free.
9時半から
Starting at 9:30 a.m. We're playing comedy tennis at the tennis court on the roof. Get fired up! I ignored the advertisements and headed to my destination. After that call, Ito had picked up the smartphone and called the number back, but no one had picked up. And there's only the message that played when you shut off your service. The customer has requested that this number be temporarily disabled. We talked for a while, but none of us had any good ideas. And by 3 a.m., we settled on participating in the culture festival like normal, then laid down on our desks to get some sleep. But I couldn't sleep, and I was too nervous. And then, I didn't get a wink of sleep, and was only half awake for the opening ceremony and final check of the class's video. In the morning, I passed by Arimita-san in the hallway. She had the smile on her face that she wore when she was with her friends. And it only made me more nervous. And I was still nervous right now. And I didn't yawn even once. I could see Sarika patrolling the stalls near the gate through the open doors of the school. I come to think of it, she said that she hadn't slept well either. And someone with her appetite was ignoring all the tasty treats for sale at the food stalls. She must have been telling the truth. Yeah. Sarika had made contact with them at the hospital too. How were they able to call when I shut off my phone? No, I should stop thinking about it. I'd asked myself all these questions already. Why had they called Ito? How were they able to? Was there a reason they called right at the start of the day of a new gen incident? Should I go to the police? But would they believe me? And I hadn't come up with answers to any of those questions. I could hear loud murmurs in the distance. Hey, near the back gate. They say Watabe's here. Seriously? Let's go see. Huh? It's early. The meeting is supposed to be at 1 p.m. No, wait. He said he was going to do an article on the culture festival itself, right? Taku, you're not going? Oh. At some point, Sarika had walked up behind me. Was she on patrol? I'll see him later anyway. It doesn't matter. She didn't like that answer. And suddenly, she got very close to me. Her pelt's cute. But you need to be more energetic. Are you still thinking about what happened yesterday? Of course I am. I'd be crazy not to be thinking about it. You were looking gloomy until a moment ago too. When I'd seen her just a second ago, she looked really glum. But for some reason, she looked better now. She looked surprised that I'd seen her, and then... that's true, but... if that's how it is, then don't we have to solve the case before something happens? Finally the cheats together. All 5 of us. Is the newspaper club's motto, right? Motto? Motto? I don't know anymore. I never heard that motto before. Motto. You could do it, Taku. After giving me a completely baseless motivational speech, she went back to her patrol. And you can do it, Taku. Takeru. Promise me you're done with the case. Come home. There's a lot of things I want your help with. For now, I need to get through this interview. First, there was the video to talk about, and then the sumo sticker with a different face. It would be great if I could ask Watabe what that meant too. I took a deep breath and started to go over the interview in my head. Mm-hmm.
来ないね。
No sign of him, huh? Huh?
渡部さん。
I wonder what
どう
happened
し
to
ちゃったのかな
Watabe-san. It was already 1:15 p.m. The interview was supposed to start at 1 p.m. Everyone had heard that Watabe, the famous journalist, was going to be here. The audience seats in the gym were packed. There were even people standing. Everyone in the newspaper club except Kurisu had arrived. We were waiting below the stage. All the preparations were complete. But there was no sign of Watabe himself.
控え室には
He
いたん
was in
だ
the waiting room, right?
Uh,
Oh, yeah. He
1
came to
時間くら
say
い
hello
前から
about an hour ago.
挨拶してきた。
何やってんだ
What's he doing? Did he get nervous and have to go to the bathroom? I did.
それは僕だ。
Huh?
ここだけの
Between you
話。
and me,
さ
I've
っき
lost
から
count of
トイレ
how
ばっ
many
かり行っ
trips
て
I've made to the bathroom today. I
やっ
don't
ぱり
think I
僕には
can
無
do
理だ。
this.
こんな
I
大勢
can't
の前
talk
で
in front
対
of
談
all
なんて。
these people.
今更
It's too late for
なんだ
that
よ
now,
お前
man. Sure, but I couldn't help but be nervous. Ugh. I wasn't any good at dealing with crowds or people I didn't know. But now I was going to have to deal with both. Take the hint.
よし。
Okay,
伊藤
Ito. You're the
部長
club
の座を
president now.
譲る。
You do
お前
it.
が仕切ってくれ。
アホか
Don't be stupid. Ito laughed away and offered that I had made in all seriousness. He stood up from his chair.
それにしても遅え
Still,
な
it's really
みん
late.
な待ちくたびれてる
Everybody's
じゃん
getting tired of waiting.
生徒会は
What's the
何してん
student
だ
council doing? Watabe was supposed to be getting the VIP treatment, and it was the student council's job to take care of him. But with Kurisu gone, they were probably having a hard time keeping up with all their work. From what I'd heard, without Kurisu there to keep the peace, fights and arguments were breaking out everywhere. They only went to show how much everyone relied on her.
仕方ね
Fine. I'll go
ちょっ
get
と呼んできて
him.
やるか
Oh, Chi-chan, wait. I'll go
私
too.
も行くよ。
Oh,
What?
hey! Don't leave me and Kazuki here alone. Neither of us are capable of talking to anyone. What if Watabe comes while they're gone? What will we do then? But Sarika and Ito went off to the waiting room without us. This was a problem.
あれれ
No,
まだ
it
始ま
hasn't
ってない
started
です
yet,
ね。
huh? Huh?
先輩、チャオス
Ciao, senpai. Oh, it's just Arimiri-san. Come to think of it, she asked me to ask Watabe about that picture.
ずいぶん
It's
遅い
really
です
late,
ね。
huh? But, yeah,
はい。
they're going to get
今
him
迎え
now.
に行ってるけど。
ふー
Hmm?
ん。
あ、
Oh,
そ
right.
そうだ。
Arimiri-san,
有村
I
さん。
wanted to ask you
聞こうと思っ
something.
てたんですけど。
なんすか
Ma,
画像
you
のこと
wanted me
につ
to
い
ask
て
Watabe-san about
渡
that
部さんを追
image,
求して
right?
ほしいんですよね。その画像って
You mean the one
ラ
of
ブ
the
ホテル
sumo
の
sticker
歴
out the
史
love
シールの
hotel,
ことでしょ
right? Well, we're
そ
interested
れに
in
は
that
僕たちも
too.
興味を持ってるんです
How
け
much do you know about it?
ど有村さんはどこまで知ってるんですかあれのこと。
Arimiri-san looked serious for just a moment, but then she grinned.
情報
None
量は
information's
高く
gonna cost you,
つけてやん
mister.
ちゃんよ。
お金
You're
取
making
るん
me
ですか
pay?
当たり
Of
前よ。
course.
キャッシュ
50 million in
5000
cash
万
deposited
スイス
directly
銀
into
行
my
に振り込
Swiss
んで
bank
くんな
account.
小
Stop
学生
acting
みたい
like
な
a
こと
little
言って
kid
ない
and
で
tell me.
本気で教えてください。
むか
渡部さんにはう
I'll
まく
do
質
my
問
best
し
to
ま
get
すから
something out of Watabe-san. So
僕らにも
help us
情
out
報を
too.
ねえ
Hey,
先輩、
senpai.
はい。
Huh?
何度も
I
言って
told
ま
you.
すけど、
You don't need to be so
私に敬
self-conscious
語はい
around
り
me.
ませんよ。
I'm gonna keep saying
改
that
め
until
て
you
くれる
fix
まで
it.
ずっと言い続けますからね。
Huh? Oh,
はい。
right. She changed the subject. Unedited was incredibly interested in Watabe's picture of the sumo sticker. Did she think that if I questioned him about it, she might gain some valuable information? I considered this as I watched her twin tails bounce in the air. And then suddenly, the curtain on the stage began to rise. I could start to see the bottom of the lectern and the chairs.
Eh?
Huh?
Eh?
Huh?
ねえ、
Hey,
始ま
it's
っちゃいま
starting.
すよ。
Where are the
伊藤
others?
先輩たちは
And there was no message from the student council, and we had no idea what to do as we watched the curtain rise.
やっとかよ。
Finally!
遅え
You're
よ
late,
渡部
Watabe.
渡部さん。
As the curtain rose, the gym was filled with the cheers and boos of those students. Nitsu, run away.
尾上
What are you
何してん
doing?
だよ
Get back
早
here.
く戻ってこいって。
あ、
Huh?
あれ？
Suddenly, Animita-san spoke up.
え
Huh?
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
あ、
Look,
見てください。
something's
なん
wrong.
か変です。
She pointed to the stage. I looked up toward it.
Huh?
Huh? Watabe had come up to the stairs backstage and was walking toward the podium. Oh. But he was staggering and struggling to stay up, and he looked like he was in pain. And there was thick sweat on his forehead, and something that looked like drool was dripping down from his lips. I would make like a preg joke, but like the bump like goes over his chest, like it's almost at his collarbone, and pregnancy isn't supposed to do that either, so... But what was even stranger was the stomach. How to describe it? The spot between his ribs and his hips, right where his stomach and intestines would be, was all swollen up. You heard the word beer belly a lot, but it was worse than that. It was as if someone had stuck a giant rubber ball under his shirt. And the students saw this and started to whisper. The voices grew louder and louder. His moans grew louder as he reached the center of the stage. Just listening to them was enough to make you go crazy. What's wrong with him? What the hell's going on? I don't know. The whole gym, including the three of us, started to get louder. The students' screams echoed in my ears. Some people were trampled in the mad dash for the exits. But as everyone else was panicking, Arimide-san and I stood there in silent shock.
Oh.
Are those... No way. Something was pouring out of Watabe's mouth, mixed with his blood and stomach fluids. And had a face. Of course, it wasn't Watabe's face. It was something we'd seen many times before. Sumo stickers? Yep. And what was it? I knew it well, but it took me a few seconds to understand. And then... That's... Sumo stickers? Animated son began to scream, her voice joining the cacophony created by the other screaming students. I don't like that there's a quick save there. Not gonna lie. I really don't like that there's a quick save there. But anyways, October 10th, 2015, Saturday. This will be a next week problem. Although kind of funny because Saturday, now that I think about it. It'll be a next Saturday problem. Go ahead and save here. Hang on. Oh. No, we're in chapter 4 now. When did it stop being chapter 3? I'm gonna guess right now because that was a quick save. Let me look at my quick loads. Yeah, the quick save just now is chapter 4. So I guess we're done with chapter 3. Okay. We might be able to get back into a chapter per week then. A chapter change jump scare, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, okay, so I guess that makes this even more optimal for ending, because I was thinking of ending around here anyways. Normally it announces the, like, chapter change, so that's why I was, like, a little startled by that. Also interesting that chapter 4 is called Her Words. Very, very interesting, to put it lightly. But, in terms of timing, that kind of worked out, though. Oops, wrong screen. This one. Oh, duh, I have a hotkey. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Watch the next slide be chapter 4. After the date, maybe. But at the same time, like, normally the chapter slides are, like, before everything, so... I don't know. We'll find out more about that next week, TM. But... yeah. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. What a time, TM. But, right. So, since we're in chapter 4... pretty sure chapter 4 is important. Let me look over the guide real quick. Yeah. The recommended route order is Dark Sky End, which, in order to do that, I need to select all positive delusions and additional delusions, including the delusions during the route itself. Oops. Well, I guess we're not doing that for our first ending. We'll have to do that for our next one. I should have read that better. That's on me. Or, no, we have to do the common route first to unlock the others. Right. So the Dark Sky End will be our next one. Okay, okay. Reading comprehension. Struggling. Common route is listed first. Almost anything will do for this. Answer correctly and select any delusions you wish. There's one bad ending in this, triggered by making too many mistakes on a certain choice. Avoid this ending until you finish the route. You need to play the common route first to unlock the others. Okay. So we're fine. You gotta read the strat again after your first playthrough. Play through the game without selecting any positive delusions, which is why we're doing negative only. Yeah. But then character routes will be after, and the first one is doing all the positive delusions. So I guess that kind of works out. So I guess after getting our second ending, after, like, our first ending after the common route would be, having us get all the delusions. Yeah, there we go. I can words. Okay, common route bad end. In order to attain this bad ending, select both the incorrect options on the first mapping trigger in chapter 4. Okay, so yeah, chapter 4 is important. We can possibly get a bad ending after chapter 4. we're going to do our best to select the correct options on the mapping trigger. Yeah, and if you attempt to do this before finishing the common route, an incomplete version of the end is shown. So we really gotta do our best to select correct. It seems like all the bad, or almost all the bad endings have to do with this. So for the Dark Sky bad ending... Oh. Okay. I get it. So common route doesn't matter, but then there's the Dark Sky end where you select all the positive delusions, but then the bad end for the Dark Sky one is selecting negative in all the delusions. This ending is almost identical to the main ending of the route, with the exception of some scenes that are missing at the very end. Interesting. So, that means getting that one will be a lot of speed throughing, but that should be fun. Fine. Yeah, then for the next ending, after that next bad ending, after that is selecting the wrong answers during the map trigger section. So, yeah, and then the others will be different. Interesting. Does it say what are the correct mapping triggers, just so that way I can avoid making the mistakes, or no? There are 2 achievements related to the mapping triggers. One involves completing every mapping trigger in the common route without making any mistakes, and the other involves making 10 mistakes in a row. Crazy. Normally the guides are pretty nice about like telling you what the correct things to select are, but I guess it's only the 2 choices, like the 2 things you can get wrong, and it's probably going to be identical to the options in Chaos Head where there's literally only the 2 choices. So if you get one wrong, easy enough to like go back and fix type thing. Hopefully it's obvious enough when we mess up, but once again, that's a next week problem. Crazy. I feel bad that Peachy's gonna inevitably lose her stream streak, but illness do go burr. I still have the... Why did no one tell me the streaming together is still up? I could have fixed that. Come on, guys. Or no, it's still there after I closed the thing. What the heck? You honestly didn't notice? That's fair. I've been streaming together a lot. I don't know anymore. Whatever. Anywhoomst. Let's figure out someone to raid. Raid browser. If I can type. I could raid both. They're currently playing some Planet Zoo. Checking out career mode TM. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and raid Poke. They're currently playing some Planet Zoo, checking out career mode as is in their title. And, yeah, I guess I'll do it. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. I do appreciate it. The Chaos Adventure is Chaos Adventuring. Chaos Adventure, I mean, close enough. I am looking forward to seeing what Chapter 4 is going to have. I'm not 100% sure if we'll try to do Chapter 4 all in one go, since doing all of Chapter 3 was, unintentional, but we'll see. We'll see. I might have to. Because, yeah. But that's, once again, a next week problem. Tomorrow we'll be back doing some more Somnium files as usual. which I'm also looking forward to seeing how that will go, because things do sure keep happening there too. Man, things do keep happening. And then Monday we'll be doing regular naps, and I'll try to have the schedule up Monday on the Discord and on Tuesday on Blue Sky and YouTube posts like usual. But it should be more of the same. Shouldn't be anything too new except for actually starting Ace Attorney on Thursday as intended. Provided that Peachy is better from illness TM. But that will do it. I'll catch you all next time, be it tomorrow or next week. Until then, bye bye!